Hello everyone and welcome back to Armchair Fans. Today we're streaming Bayern Munich versus Liverpool, which is currently 0-0 and a big game in the Champions League. I'm joined by some great guests. Michael McCubbin.
Howdy.
My Football Mundial brethren.
Oh,
God,
those are the days.
Patrick Stratton, back on his first live stream since being in Paris.
Thanks.
And Olivia Dodd.
Hello.
First live stream ever. Is it?
No.
Oh,
Nah, she's done a few.
First one I've been on, so the first one that counts.
All right.
That's fair enough.
I mean, without you, Patty, what are we? That is the real question.
Let's not get into that yet.
And today is very true, very true. Olivia, though, you're going to be asking us the questions that are coming from the fans. So if you're a fan, why not leave a comment with a question and Liv will ask it out
Or
to us.
tweet us the question as well, because I'm picking them up from Twitter at the same time.
Good luck.
Should we have a look at the team news?
Yes, what is the team news? I heard a little bit about it earlier. Have you got it up, Liv, or do you want me to
I
find
don't
it?
know. I can get it up.
We know that Naby Keita is not fit to play, right? So it looks like
Yeah,
James
he
Milner
hasn't.
coming into the midfield.
He hasn't even travelled.
Interesting.
Ooh.
It's a really disappointing season for him because, of course, he was actually linked with Bayern Munich before he went to Liverpool, and you often feel like maybe he would. He was actually really, really good against Bayern in the first leg, and I thought maybe you're just amazing against Bundesliga teams. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe they play a different style or something, but it's a bit disappointing.
I was listening to a podcast today, and it was the Football Daily, the other Football Daily,
Oh,
with
right,
Kelly
I was about to say,
Cates.
thank God.
And they were talking about, do you think Liverpool would miss Naby Keita's intelligence against a Bundesliga side? But does that really make a big difference? Like, he's not there still. It's not the same team.
Yeah, it's not like the team's built around him.
I think people got to remember when he joined Liverpool, like, he was coming off seasons where he was doing mental stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous, some of the things he was doing. And then when he came into Liverpool, everyone was like, why is he not beating 8 men a game? And it's like, actually, that's ridiculous in the first place.
I don't know, is it? Like, I mean...
8 men in the Premier League?
He just didn't look fit enough. Like, I think next season, like, if he's fully fit, then we'd expect to see a little bit better from him. But, I mean, in the Bayern game, that was when you saw kind of the full Naby Keita, like, him putting up defensive numbers that you'd see from somebody like, I don't know, like Ander Herrera, for example, in the Prem, but also giving you immense ball progression. And that's kind of what we've been waiting to see from him. But on the other hand, James Milner is still a fantastic player. He just can't do it every game for 50 games, right?
He's getting on now.
So this might be a great opportunity for Milner to show that he's still got it, because he was incredible in the Champions League.
He really was, especially against City.
Didn't he get like 10 assists or something ridiculous?
Something like that. I mean, they scored endless goals though, right?
And he is old, but he is super fit. At the start of the season, when they did all their fitness tests, he was beating, like, Trent Alexander-Arnold in fitness tests. That's mental.
That is incredible.
He also had gone to the World Cup, though, so you never know. That might have played to effect.
Right, calm
But...
what's our team news
Still
then?
impressive.
Team news, Matip is starting at the back with Van Dijk.
God, I hate Matip.
Nothing hugely alarming, to be honest. Henderson, Wijnaldum, Milner in the midfield. No Fabinho. Mane, Firmino, Salah up top, obviously.
Of course.
Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, and obviously Alisson. I've just done that team completely like...
The other way around. Alisson's up front.
Yeah, but yeah.
So the Bayern one as well. Should we do Bayern too?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Neuer in goal, Rafinha right back, Alaba left back, centre backs are Süle and Hummels, midfield of Martinez and Alcantara, then James Rodriguez at the 10, Gnabry and Ribery on the wings, and Lewandowski up front. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the first things I look at are weakness for Bayern, potentially right back with Rafinha, and weakness for Liverpool, pretty much that entire midfield. I know that midfield is still good, but it feels a long way away from their best midfield.
So it's Wijnaldum, Henderson and Milner. I mean, I feel like they played that midfield as well in the Champions League.
No, I mean, sure, but...
last season.
No,
I mean, Fabinho as well, to be fair to him, has been great recently, but there was a long time at the beginning of the season where he just wasn't getting in the Liverpool squad at all. I don't think he made his debut until about November.
Yeah, no, he was eased into the team, wasn't he?
I mean,
which Klopp does like to do.
It's being eased in the team, and there's also spending 3 months on the bench without playing.
That was a weird one.
We've got some interesting questions coming. We've got Captain C2093 says, who is this game more important for, Bayern or Liverpool?
Oh,
I think Bayern in some ways.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool's still in the title race, aren't they?
Yeah. So Bayern though.
But
Yeah,
Bayern
I suppose so,
don't
but
need a Bundesliga.
and I don't. Yeah, they don't need it so much. They've got far less to prove.
I suppose Liverpool, it feels like if Liverpool could get their hands on any trophy this
100%.
season, they might even choose the league over the Champions League. I think just to get rid of that whole
maybe.
25. What's it been? 29 years now. Like I think
like that.
maybe to get rid of that, they'd rather do it. Whereas Bayern, I mean. But if Bayern come back and win the league this season, then I guess that's a success.
It's like we were speaking on the podcast earlier about Bayern Munich and like what's happening with managers and stuff like that. And I feel like if Niko Kovac doesn't win a trophy, he is gone.
Oh yeah, I suppose like
he'll take whatever
one.
one.
Manager.
Yeah, I mean for Niko Kovac, he wins the Champions League. That means he's guaranteed to stay next season. But if he misses out on the Bundesliga and the Champions League, and I assume they're already out of the Pokal, I'm not too sure on that, but say he missed that as well. And to be honest, the Pokal isn't something necessarily Bayern are that after out of the top 3, then I think he's gone. And there are so many better replacements for him.
They still
saying
are.
that though,
They still are. Okay.
I had a lot of people asking, including Haz.
Oh, big up, Haz.
Said,
How you doing, mate?
Considering they're now chasing the league from City, which I think is a bit harsh for the 1 point gap, if they go out in an early stage, have they choked their season? And then a lot of other people have been asking, if they lose both, is Klopp's job safe? Which seems crazy.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, surely it is. Yeah, that
but
does
like,
seem
why are
crazy.
people suddenly...
Because people hate Liverpool. Liverpool.
I suppose so.
I think that's literally that's literally it. Like people just want to see Liverpool do bad because of the fans on Twitter and things like that, which you know, to an extent, I think I might agree. Just to see them disappointed, to be honest. But like, if you look at the squad that Jurgen Klopp came into and like where he is now, making them challenge for the title again. He has spent a lot, but he's also spent well, to be honest. He's spent very well. He's brought in Salah. He brought in
Van Dijk and
Alisson. Van Dijk has been arguably player of the season.
Oh, come on.
I really do. I actually think he has sorted out an entire defence.
He hasn't.
He has.
He hasn't.
And Alisson's been also.
We can't say, oh, well, Robertson's.
I will say that.
Yeah, we can't say Alisson's amazing and Robertson's amazing and Trent Alexander-Arnold's amazing and Gomez had a great start to the season and Fabinho's been really good in defensive midfield, but also Van Dijk sorted the defensive midfield.
I think he's given them a security though that they haven't had before.
Sure.
They're a lot more confident at the back now because he's there instead of Lovren.
I'm not saying he hasn't had a great season. I think he's had an amazing season, but I think that actually that whole defensive lineup is now really solid, with the exception of the guy who sits next to Van Dijk, and even the guys they've got there are still pretty good.
But that whole defence was there last season, apart from Alisson, and they've improved a lot more, in my opinion, defensively with Van Dijk in the squad.
But it only came into effect halfway through the season.
When he joined the Germany.
Yeah, no, I was going to kind of echo the thing. I think their defence actually, in terms of their back line, are pretty much performing the same now as they were, but they just didn't. They just got a world class keeper behind them.
Alisson also has been fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's made a big difference in just making that defence just a calmer, basically. Just having that security behind them makes such a big difference.
I mean, yeah, it's different when you've got when they're through on goal. You're going to believe a lot more in Alisson to save than you would have been with Mignolet or Karius, especially after what happened in the Champions League final.
And distribution as well. Like, I mean, having that extra guy who can play out the back is obviously such an advantage for them, because otherwise you could probably try and sit someone on Van Dijk and maybe you could get around it that way. But with Alisson, you know that you get an extra bit of distribution. So I suppose it's harder to press Liverpool out of the game than it would have been last year.
Do you think they have to replace Matip, or in this case Matip, or whoever that other centre-back is, especially if they've got Joe Gomez already?
That was an intake of breath I heard from you. Did you have an opinion on that?
I don't think so. I would say they could definitely strengthen to find him a better partner, but I don't know where you would go though. Well, would you just put faith in Gomez?
I think Gomez is sick, I do, but I mean there's the one, he's still very young. And to come into a title
I actually read who they were after yesterday for Transfer Talk, and I can't remember who it was. It's so annoying.
Few possibilities, like I was just thinking, do you think they could go to Juve and be like, hey, we'll take one of your guys? I mean, even the AC Milan, Romagnoli. I mean, they're up for selling. We have kicked off as well. We have Mikey or Liv. I mean, Liv's doing the questions. Do you want to take more of the game today?
I can take a bit of the game. I can react to the game in real time.
Scorchio.
Yeah, exactly.
Channel your inner Joe Tomlinson.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
I suppose.
There we go.
Just to finish.
Oh, early mistake from Matip there.
Definitely needs to be replaced.
Oh my god, what is happening?
God, Bayern are pressing like a madness.
Yeah. It's
Oh
40
my
seconds
days.
gone. Let's not get all over excited.
I thought this was an interesting question. No one sent this in. This is from myself.
Okay.
That's why it's interesting.
Shout out to Olivia Dodd.
Yeah, at Olivia Dodd. Bayern showed Liverpool a lot more respect in the first leg. Do you think they need to be more offensive at home, or do you think they will be? Suggesting they will be.
Yeah, from the first 20 seconds, Jesus.
I thought that whether they showed respect or not, they got pummeled at Anfield. I thought they were super lucky to get out of that with a draw, certainly without conceding. I mean, I think XG ended up having it like over 2 to like 0.4 or something.
Really?
They were
I didn't realise it was that.
I actually
No,
never
neither did I.
Mane just missed. How many chances did Mane
Yeah,
miss? He
that's
does have
true.
those games from time to time, but like, I don't know. With that in mind, like, yeah, I think actually it might play into Liverpool's hands in the sense that
Open them up a
Bayern
bit.
have to attack because their fans just will not accept them playing a kind of reactive game. I suppose. I don't know.
I mean, if
More
anything's
pressure,
going-
isn't there, at the
Yeah.
Allianz?
Though weirdly, you think about Kovac, and Kovac kind of made his name with that like sit deep counter-attacking style, like at Eintracht Frankfurt. That's the difficult thing often I think about getting managers from smaller clubs. Like there's stuff you can get
Who's on
away
side?
with
Oh.
as a
Yeah.
manager at a small club. You can't really get away with it at Bayern.
Yeah, especially for a club like Bayern, where it's like they have to win the league and there's nothing else, and there's no one really apart from say Dortmund competing against them. If you don't win the league, and then the board looks at you and goes, "What are you doing?" Essentially.
Yeah.
I actually didn't watch the game the first leg. I think I was playing sevens.
I didn't watch that.
Always working.
Sevens always working. Or having a kick about. But I mean, if Liverpool's XG was meant to be 2 and it ended 0-0, then was that also because? So that was just because Mane missed chances. Do you
I
Or
think
was it because of the
what I
defence?
saw of it was mostly Mane missing chances, but I mean, like, just generally speaking, like, it just wouldn't go in for them that night. You know, like, sometimes, you know what it's like you just
It was-
cannot
it
score.
was the 12th
like
man.
Man United against Arsenal the other day,
They-
like, similar situation.
Bayern's back line were very good as well. I thought Hummels had a really good game at Anfield, and who would have been partnering him that night?
Sula.
Sula was also very, very good. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm surprised that the XG was that high, but I guess I must have just forgotten about those Mane chances.
I mean, often
I
it
think
can
a
be
lot
one chance,
for much of the game though. I think Liverpool were quite frustrated, kind of around the edge of the box and couldn't really get through
Yeah.
an awful lot. So it must have just been those exceptional chances that did it. But I don't know. I'll be interested to see, because if this stays 0-0 until the second half, then do Liverpool maybe slightly have an edge on the bench? Like, I think Lallana's come back into form, hasn't he, recently? Like, it'd be interesting to see him come on and just kind of press,
But apart
constantly.
from that, who else they've got? They've got, is Sturridge gone?
Sturridge is on there,
I mean,
and
Shaqiri.
Fabinho.
Shaqiri.
I mean, Shaqiri
Shaqiri,
is arguably one, like maybe the best piece of business this summer in terms of cheap business.
Sure.
Like 13
Biggest
million
bargain.
or something like that, or maybe a little
Yeah,
bit more.
it's very
which
good.
is like mental. I think it's about the same price Chelsea paid for Ross Barkley, and that worked out well, didn't it?
I wonder if Liverpool
Give
should
Ross
just.
Barkley more time.
Oh, God. I wonder if Liverpool should just like attack in this game though, because like the thing is, if they concede, it's not like a disaster really. Like,
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
and if they
Score,
score, then Bayern have to get 2,
Yeah.
which is quite a tall order against them. Like when you look at their games
Yeah.
recently, yes, Liverpool's results haven't been great recently, letting Man City catch up. But if you look at their results, there's a lot of like 0-0, 1-0, 1-1. It's very rare that a team gets through them more than once. So I don't know. Like sometimes in these things, you think like, what's the kind of trade-off here? Like in terms of attacking and defending, is it worth just like holding out and trying to nick one on the break, or do you just say, you know what,
Go for
our attack is good enough to get through you? We're going to go for it.
I think the front three that they've got, 100% is good enough to do so. I mean, right now the pressing is mental.
Interesting that Mo Salah's on the left to start and Mane's on the right. But
Yeah.
it feels like Mo Salah, has he lacked a little bit of sharpness recently?
I think his numbers are absolutely fine.
His
I just
numbers
think-
are- his
I
numbers
think it's
are
just
great.
that he's not. I think that he's not scored the close to as many goals as he did last season, which is obviously going to be expected because he was mental last season.
Yeah, and I still think that only Aguero's been involved in as many league goals as Mo Salah. I think it's on 24, something like that, like 17 goals, 7 assists.
And also, I think Mane scored more already than he did last season.
Yeah, maybe.
And
But
or been
Firmino's
involved at least.
Firmino's
in
gone down a bit though. Like I think Firmino's still.
I
at
think it's
10.
to be expected though. Like the whole front three, if you were to look at them as one, I would say probably the exact same, if not maybe a little bit less than they were last season. I don't
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's a major drop off.
But I guess the reason I asked though is that I was thinking what you were talking about with Bayern, where you were saying you remember Liverpool being quite frustrated around the edge of the area. Like, and then I thought about the Everton match where I saw a lot of Liverpool getting into the box, but then Salah couldn't quite get it out of his feet for a shot, or the defenders managed to close him down, and he just didn't quite have the extra kind of quarter yard or whatever it was to get the shot away. And I wondered if, and to be honest, I haven't watched a huge amount of Liverpool, and I was wondering if maybe that was just that was a genuine problem rather than just something that happened in a particular game.
I know it's a weird thing I'm going to say, but I do think it's worth remembering.
What a way to start.
I know.
I love it when you preface
But
an answer with that.
like, considering how many games Liverpool played last season, especially for Salah, and then he had the World Cup, and then he also didn't take a long time off beforehand. He came back very quickly. I'm pretty sure he was involved in one of the first games of the season. Like, do you think maybe his fitness is playing a part? Because he's not had the same time as other people in the squad, especially with the World Cup. Because I know they only played three games. They got to the group stage, and it wasn't fantastic.
But it was a draining season.
Exactly. They got to the Champions League final. For instance.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be. There's always going to be an issue with it, but I feel like that's something that might come back to bite him maybe in a year's time or so. I think I don't know whether it's a big issue at the moment. But yeah, I mean, he's been playing pretty much every game for the last 4 seasons if you count when he was at Roma as well.
True.
Like he was a key player
I mean,
for them. But like
as well, they've got the African Cup of Nations in summer.
They do, yeah.
Oh,
And it
God.
goes
That's
on
gonna be
again
crazy.
and again and
in
again.
the summer as well. It's
Yeah.
going to be so hot.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know where it actually. It depends where it is, whether it actually makes a difference, whether it's hotter in the winter.
Africa's going to be hot in the summer, like full stop.
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah, though, if it's below the equator, won't be
if
the
it's-
summer that. Come on, mate.
Very,
yeah, if
Good point.
if it's on the equator, it doesn't make a difference. But yeah, don't know where the African Cup of Nations is this summer. Need to.
but still, it's just more games that even the next season will affect him even more.
Yeah, no, for sure.
To go back to the thing that we were talking about before, the idea of like, you know, Klopp's job being safe, or what will happen if they kind of boss it. I think this whole narrative of bottling has kind of gone too far.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
A lot of the questions were,
Oh my
have they become the new Tottenham, the bigger bottlers than Tottenham?
Oh my God.
Oh my
God.
Oh.
But yeah, I was reading an article. I think it was on Football 365 about the whole kind of bottling culture and stuff. And it is funny how, like, I was discussing with my mate, and it was like, yeah, it's just if you lose a match, you've bottled it. You know?
Yeah.
It's
It's
such
like
a
the go-to
it's such a throwaway
comment
thing.
now,
Like,
isn't it?
in 2011-12, when United blew the lead and City won that league title famously. I did not hear once anyone mention the word bottling it. It's such a kind of last 3 years
It's an in
thing.
thing. It's an in
And
thing.
it's a football Twitter thing,
because,
isn't it? And
yeah.
it's just like it's just funny, and equally it's funny. I mean, it's a bit unrelated how more anti-Liverpool people are online now than they were like the last time they were in a title race. That is really funny. But I think that's just like a football Twitterism. But it's just rubbish, really. But I mean, also equally, it's also rare to have 2 managers with the prestige of Pochettino and Klopp working in England in long-term jobs where they're well loved, and neither of them has won a trophy. That's a bit of an anomaly. You don't usually get that, so you can see why the chat has happened. And obviously, if you actually watch the games and have seen the progression, then you're obviously going to rubbish those claims. But at the same time, it's quite a rare thing for something like that to have happened.
I think part of that though is because of like football's so reactionary. Like a player can be fantastic, have 2 bad games, and it's oh my God, what's happened to him? Like he's become terrible. I think that's one of the worst things with football and how it is so reactionary all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is especially with football Twitter. Football Twitter, as great as it can be for after games, especially if you're a fan of a winning side, it can be also terrible. Because some of the opinions and some of the threads that you read and how people just want to jump on everyone so quickly.
Ooh.
And people just genuinely want to like murder each other because they just have a different opinion on a
Here
player.
we go. Lewandowski. Oh, pen.
No. Wave that finger.
Ooh.
What just happened to you?
Well, the ball came over the top. Don't know who put it in. Maybe Thiago, because he's good at those things. And, and Lewandowski was through on goal and got, I think, a little nudge in the back from Van Dijk and went over quite easily. But I don't know. I thought that could have been a pen. On another day, it may have been given, as they say.
Yeah, maybe we'll see
but
a
the ref
replay.
waved it away.
Here we go. Here comes a
Why is he
replay.
big offside?
Oh, it's Javi Martinez. Come on.
He's on.
Oh, he did well there.
He is on. Oh, that's what.
Oh, that is such a dive.
It is a bit of a push.
He's got his hands on
Oh,
there.
come on.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Lewandowski special, though. That's how they beat us 5-1. He did that to Koscielny when, and Koscielny got sent off, and at that point, I think it was 1-1. And then we conceded another 4.
Was that the game where, like, didn't Koscielny go off injured in the first game or something?
He went off injured in the first game, yeah. This was the second game.
You would have won. When Koscielny was on the pitch, you won on aggregate.
Yeah, I think
10-2 on.
I think it was like 2-1 or something on aggregate. But yeah, and that he did that, and then the next week against Tuchel's Dortmund, he did the same thing again. He stood on a defender's foot. I think it was still Hummels at that point. He stood on the defender's foot, fell over. So actually, he fouled them. He got given a penalty, and they won that one 5-1 as well. So.
Oh, Hendo keeps going down though. He went down early and had to get looked at, and I think he's about to be subbed.
Yeah, they wrapped his foot in something. Maybe it was one of those you can get Korean masks for your foot, and your foot peels over the course of a week. Apparently, you lose all dead skin on your foot.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'd like to have that.
So,
While he's
maybe
down,
that's what it is. Maybe he's just like, I need to pumice this.
While he receives some treatment, should I have another question?
Yeah.
YOLO for life wants to know,
right.
What do you make of Zidane back at Real Madrid?
Yes, please, serve it up to me.
Do you know, I think it's
Big
like
Algerian.
the biggest genius move ever.
Yeah.
He's left a sinking ship. He's left the sinking ship. He predicted it, was like, right, they're going to have a nightmare. He's left,
Just
won't
after winning
receive
3 Champions Leagues.
won't receive any of the blame for their downfall and their all their problems, and now gets 2 other people to take the blame, and now comes back, already proved himself, won 3 Champions League, and
I think it's
gets to be the hero.
Yeah,
without the pressure, because they can't win
and,
anything.
And also because of the way he left, like Perez, in order to get him back, would have had to be like, okay,
can
spend
have
what you
everything.
want, buy who you want, like you have all the control. Like, yeah, it's perfect.
It's genius.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
going to
got more
take
power now than he
inspiration
did.
for my own career.
And you did Florentino Perez.
I mean, it's fantastic. I love that man so much. I really do. But also, like, he's literally got a free season now to essentially do whatever he wants. Like, he can literally just go, yeah, I'm going to do everything the second we get to the transfer window, because then I can buy the players I want to buy. Who he buys is up for discussion, but he's also just he can build for a season as well.
Yeah.
Do you think this now? I mean, going back to Poch, does this now mean that? What does this mean for Poch's kind of future at Tottenham? Because I thought, kind of when it was looking like it was going to be United and Real Madrid going in for him in the summer, I thought, what a great way for Poch to be able to be like to Levy, like, give me the players that I want. Otherwise, curtains.
Yeah.
Now it seems like that's not going to happen now.
100%.
So I don't know. So yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know. Like,
it's like, I don't know if you've seen recently, but some of the interviews Poch has given, he's not made no secret he's not happy. I mean, there was one on the weekend after they lost to Southampton where he said, we have reached our limit. Everyone else is at this limit here, and we are stuck here. And if we don't spend money, if we don't do the right things, we're going to stay in this limit, and I can't do much more than this. He didn't say that word for word, obviously, but that's essentially what he said. And it kind of does sound like a call to leave. He'd be like, hey, give me some money so I can buy people. All right, obviously he didn't say he's going to leave, but that's the best they're going to do, especially after they've just spent so much money on a stadium.
Well, now Real Madrid isn't an option. Do you think Man United is an attractive option for him? I know they're probably going to make Solskjaer their permanent manager, but do you think it has the same pull as it did?
I think he can wait. I think he'll just wait. Like, I mean,
it's
we're hearing more than ever about, like, the possibility of an end to Allegri at Juve.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this Bayern situation does not feel sustainable. Like, I think if they come back and win the league, Joe said this on the podcast today, like, if they come back and win the league this season, you've got to think that Kovac at least gets another year. But after that, you kind of feel like, I mean, there's going to be a huge rebuild, so they probably will just dominate the league next year. But it would not surprise me if they said, you know what, we're going to get Pochettino. But I think it's going to take a genuine super club to come in for him. I mean, of course, he paid for PSG, so I suppose after Tuchel, that's possible as well. But yeah, I think he might end. He's going to be there next year.
Was it Poch that has a 47 million buyout clause?
Something like that, yeah.
Which isn't, like, to be honest, like, if you consider that around like what players are, like, that's quite cheap to buy a manager who's going to.
Yeah, but it's more.
Yeah,
than
but
any
what if you
other
have to pay a
manager's cost,
severance pay as well to your manager? That then does get quite a lot.
I suppose that's true. But now I think we're seeing managers getting shorter contracts, right? We're not seeing like the
Yeah,
kind of ridiculous
true.
Pardew stuff from years ago. So like
David
Arsenal
Moyes vibes.
exactly. So Arsenal giving like Emery like a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they'll probably extend that by at least a year, but the same happened with Tuchel and PSG. I think these clubs are just realising like
What
maybe
did
we don't have
Zidane
to
get? Till
Zidane got
2022?
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 years. Well, 3 years even.
But it's so expensive to pay these severance things all the time. I mean, just look at Chelsea. They've spent, what is it, something like 90 mil since Abramovich took over just on like buying off managers who
Yeah.
they've sacked.
Oh,
It's not exactly a great use of money.
So staying on Real Madrid, Reece Cook wants to know who should Zidane's marquee signing be? Apparently he's got 300 million to spend.
I mean,
It's a lot.
he can spend that
Mbappe.
one.
Yeah, I agree.
He's marvellous.
Surely
Just do it.
Mbappe.
Just spend all of it on Mbappe.
All of it on
I
Mbappe.
actually do agree as
Just,
well.
you
I
get
did
rid-
look today,
doesn't-
Mbappe
doesn't need any
is,
logic, just
Is valued at 240 million.
Yeah, but I
That's
think
high.
PSG don't let him go.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think. I don't think they get him. If they've got 300 mil, I just think PSG go no.
Yeah,
And we're
why-
literally backed
there's literally-
by the wealth
The world.
of just like a slave regime.
There's no need
Like,
for
we
PSG
could
to
just
sell him at all.
Do what we want. I don't care.
It's sad because you'd love to see him play in like.
it'll be
He
so
He
fun to
can't
see
stay.
Mbappe
He can't stay in Liga.
their
and
club.
I mean, it's the
He
same thing we
can't.
said about
Yeah.
Neymar.
He'll want to
like,
leave.
It's the same thing we said about Neymar. Neymar can't stay at PSG for the rest of his career. It would be terrible. It would be ruined.
Yeah, but he's got a lot
Yeah,
less time than
I
Mbappe.
think
He's
really
an idiot,
midfield
though.
is such a big
He is an idiot.
midfield is such a big area for them as well to improve it, isn't it?
Who PSG?
No, sorry,
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Sorry,
Real
I'm going
Madrid.
to Real Madrid. Yeah. In terms of just in terms of how much they're.
Well, if
aging.
Bale goes, who can replace Bale?
Good God. Bale goes for 50 million, and that's lucky.
But who pays
This is it,
50
like,
million for him?
we were saying.
Just checking is fine.
Sorry, I got a notification.
Got an important. Got a notification.
Yeah, no, we were saying
text.
earlier if Chelsea weren't in the summer ban, Chelsea paid 50 million for Gareth Bale.
Yeah, we've
But
lost.
I
We've lost that stupid club
I
who will
know.
just do it.
It's also good for
You don't care about age.
Exactly.
They're going to Chelsea. They go to Chelsea. That's something we can always say. That's a great tackle.
Fantastic.
from Hummels.
I mean,
Um,
Italy's possible, surely. Like old player, bit past it.
He's
Yeah,
on
Juve.
extremely high wages. He's the best paid player at Man United. He's not there.
Uh,
At Real Madrid.
God,
I mean, Juve.
Isn't that crazy?
That
I
is
can
crazy.
believe that.
But who else would really? Sergio Ramos. Who else would really be a more than him? Then?
Well, also he is still there. He's still their record signing.
Yeah.
Like, I
That's
mean,
true,
Oh,
Secretly.
yeah.
like it's fine. Like it's understandable that he earns so much, but I don't know. I mean, midfield is an area, but Kovacic is going to come back.
Mhm.
Isco
Yeah.
can come back into the team.
Finally.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would still buy another midfielder, and supposedly they've asked PSG about Lo Celso.
Have they? That could be interesting.
Yeah, which would be kind of good. But I think I said on the podcast that I would buy Icardi.
Yeah.
I think there are 4 strikers who are kind of like in the area, and there's Jovic, Werner, Icardi, and Kane. I think Jovic is a little bit unproven, and you don't want, even if he's
He's
good
only
enough
had
for
one
La
season.
Liga, is he good enough for like the semi-finals of the Champions League? You don't know. So
Yeah.
and Real Madrid need a quick fix. Werner,
Off to Bayern.
really good, but off to Bayern and probably better. I don't know. I still haven't seen him much in front of a packed defence. I feel like I always see him running in behind, and I can see Real Madrid saying, "You're not quite the right profile for us." Oh dear.
What's just happened, Mikey?
Barcelona have just scored from a penalty. Messi, it's just come up on the screen. Haven't seen the actual penalty, but
But it's
First goal
good.
in that tie as well,
Yeah.
right?
It is the first goal in that tie. So yeah, so Leon in a kind of position of strength at the camp now, knowing that all they need to do is kind of score a goal, and then Barca really, do need to score more than them. A lot of people tipping Leon to go through. Actually, I think especially
I
after
did, I think.
the upsets of last week. Yeah,
I mean, you
a lot of people
love
tipping,
Leon, Pat.
yeah.
I don't know. It was more wishful thinking. Like I said, Ajax and Leon to knock out Real Madrid and
You got
Barca.
one right so
I
far.
feel good about the Ajax one, but I mean,
The way they did it as well.
I don't know.
Fantastic,
It was
okay.
you just sort of wanted them to go like toe to toe with them and just say like we've got a better midfield than you, which I think they do currently. But yeah, just to finish the Real Madrid thing, I think like Kane is probably a bit too expensive, especially if you need a winger. So I thought Icardi. He's apparently got 100 mil buyout. I said Icardi and Leroy Sané. If you can get him for under 200 mil, I would. He's 5 years younger than Eden Hazard, and his output is pretty much the same. And I would actually argue he's much more of a Real Madrid player than Hazard. Like Hazard's never going to give you the huge goal output, and they've got creativity elsewhere in the squad. So I kind of feel like I don't really get the thing about Hazard. Like he's an amazing player. Did he deserve to go to a club like that? Yes. But is he the right player for them to get now at this age? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I
But
agree.
do you want a quick
I agree.
fix or do you want a long-term fix? If you want a quick fix, I don't think.
I don't. Why can't you have both? Like Leroy Sané has that output
that's if
now.
you can. That's if you can get Leroy Sané. And
Well, yeah, sure. If you can't get him, then sure, by all means go for Hazard. But like, if you, I don't know. I actually no. I still don't think I'd go for him.
Really?
I still think I'd be like, we've got too much work to do elsewhere in the squad. So you know what we're going to do instead? We can't get in Hazard. We're going to say, okay, we're going to go and get De Ligt. He's going to be our Ramos replacement. We're going to go and we're going to get the best young player in the world in every position we can. We're going to just try and get as many of them as possible.
I mean,
because we
Vinicius
can't
looks
get
like
this.
it at the moment.
But
Yeah, he looks like one of the best teenagers.
De Ligt looks like he's going to Barcelona, and
Yeah, he does.
Zidane looks like he is going to sign Hazard.
Oh,
He's
God.
pretty much said it.
It's so
Yeah.
sad because Chelsea can't even spend the money on anyone.
You can say no.
It's good for
I mean, we
Hazard
can say
though.
no. We can
Finally,
say no,
he can
but-
leave.
And actually,
It's his
think
fault. Why did he
I
go
think
there?
I think Chelsea will say no. I really do.
I
He
think
could have come to Arsenal. Eden Hazard. He could have come to
Oh,
Arsenal.
I would have. That
Do you
would have
remember
been
how long we were
amazing.
in for him for? It was like we were going to get Hazard and we were going to get Mario
There
Götze.
is so many of
Right,
these
I remember-
depressing
he was
stories.
in Manchester. wasn't he?
You're like,
He
imagine.
actually flew to Manchester.
I remember you know he announced it on Twitter. He
Yeah.
announced it on Twitter by
He
saying,
said, "I go
I'm-
to the European champion."
Yeah.
You're like,
It was
"All
by
right, bro."
Chelsea. It's like, what the hell's happening?
I love a broken English announcement.
It was the same.
as well.
When, it was the same a couple of days ago when I was reading about Mbappe, and like the reason we didn't sign Mbappe was like something stupid because we didn't want to pay for his travel over, and that was
that sounds like a thing that happened.
and that was why Chelsea didn't sign Mbappe when he was like a teenager.
Oh, this is just a press thing, right? Where they just want to say, like, look how stupid this
Yeah.
club.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even. They met Kylian Mbappe's mum went to like a game at Stamford Bridge when she was pregnant, and they didn't even sign up all her unborn offspring.
She's Algerian.
What an idiot Abramovich is.
Another one that could have played for Algeria.
Oh, for God's sake.
There's so many of them, mate, and I will never let it go.
What the greatest the generation that was stolen
Zidane.
that consisted of
Nasri.
Zidane.
Benzema.
Very separate generations.
Benatia, like
Yeah.
mad. Oh, and even a bunch of those Leon boys, like is it Aouar? He's
Yeah,
going to join
yeah,
France. He's not coming to Algeria.
Yeah, well, like Fekir.
Don't blame him either.
Fekir was eligible for.
Did you see what like?
Was Fekir not eligible
Yeah,
for Algeria?
Fekir was eligible for Algeria. He picked, and he was going to be coming to France, and then someone from France called him and said, "Look, we'll pick you for this time so you can play for France, essentially." And his granddad cried on national television in Algeria.
Oh, that's
Oh,
heartbreaking.
Get a grip.
And someone set fire to his car.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
The Algerians are mental.
I'm kind of
mate.
not surprised. Yeah, like the videos that you see of Algerian football games or the fans at Algerian football games.
I've been told stories
nice.
about if you go to Algerian football, like Algerian games, like the Algerian Premier League, when they're walking onto the pitch, fans throw stones at you.
Wow.
If you're the away side,
Yeah.
probably not
God.
great. Yeah.
What about that
Breakfast
for
of
player
champs.
protection, eh?
Oh God.
Right.
Days.
Back
Probably,
to the
Oh.
Premier League.
yeah, probably another question.
Back to the English top flight. Alvi Ahmed wants to know predictions for the top six.
Go on, Liv. Can you lead this off, please?
Can I lead it? City,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Oh.
Actually, no, that doesn't really make any sense. Oh.
No, that's literally what the top three is right now. So
Yeah, that's-
it
Yeah, I
makes
know,
some
but I
sense.
don't want to.
Who do you want to say next, though?
Yeah, she wants to say Arsenal, but she doesn't believe it.
Exactly. I want to say Arsenal.
I'm
going to
say.
believe it,
Do
do I?
you know? I actually read an interesting article that said Chelsea have the best stats to put them in fourth.
They
is
do,
what I
but they've
was
also
saying.
got a tough run in, right?
They've got a
United
really
away,
tough
they've
run
got
in, yeah,
Liverpool.
but
We
they're
beat
score-
United.
but
United's a 6-pointer.
They're shooting more
Oh.
than anyone else
Bobby.
and
Oh.
conceding fewer shots.
Yeah, but that's because they've got the
Overrated,
ball all the time. Like,
That is true, and their shots aren't necessarily decent shots, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
kind of doesn't really matter. So I'm going to say Arsenal.
You jinxed it now, mate.
technically, Arsenal should be the safer option. Like, if you're not an Arsenal fan, like you look at it and you're like, Arsenal, the only
Yeah,
team
but
who
I just
don't-
can't believe.
Yeah, me too. Exactly the same. Like, but Arsenal are the only ones who don't play any more of the top 6.
Yeah.
Like, we've played all of them.
Yeah,
But
that's
we've got.
true. I hadn't
That's
thought
when
about
you
that.
usually lose games.
Oh yeah, well we've got Leicester away, we've got Wolves
Yeah.
away, we've got Watford away. It's a
Wolves-
very
Wolves
loose-
away is a tough
Wolves
game.
away, you'll lose. Wolves
Very-
away, you'll
all
lose.
right, mate.
I'll
These-
put £5 in it
So
right now.
who
Your away
are
form
your,
is so bad.
who
in
are
general,
your
isn't
top
it?
six?
See,
Same as me.
again, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, if it one of those terrible articles you see in like the Mirror where it's like a supercomputer predicted the results,
Yeah.
then I think they'd
Was it
say
correct?
Arsenal because like we're in reasonable form and like we've got the easiest run in, but there's a part of me that still doesn't quite believe
Do you
it.
believe that Solskjaer can actually do it?
If he does, it's
I think his
mad.
squad can do it. Like I
they're
think,
full.
yeah, they're all right. I mean, like they've got City coming though, which is no fun. But they
So you are putting Arsenal fourth?
I think I'd put United fourth.
Oh!
Mane, lovely.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh my
What a
God.
goal.
Mikey, take us through that.
Give us a
Jesus
reaction, McCubbin.
That was
Christ.
unreal. That was so good from Mane. He's just in absolute world-beating form at the moment, isn't he? That was so good. So over the top to Mane on the left, down the left channel. Lovely, lovely touch to bring it down. Neuer comes
Dijk.
out.
What has
This
been
is
Not been
excellent
great
news.
coming out recently.
What is
That's
Neuer
so
doing?
Good. Takes him out of the game.
Oh,
my
oh,
days.
Turns
God.
Broken his
Turns
ankles.
Neuer and then chips it. Oi!
Oh.
Oh, I don't know why is Neuer out that far. I've said it for
Rafinha.
ages now. Sell Neuer. Get rid of
said
him.
he
Oh, no,
Rafinha
that's
was a
a
weakness
later
there,
question.
Pato, and,
Do your
he's proved
top
to
four
it,
and then I'll ask the Neuer one.
Actually, that turn is disgusting.
That's an
That's
outrageous
unreal.
goal.
The ball as well from Van Dijk.
So
was
good.
Stupid. That's it. That's it.
That's a classic.
Oh,
That's it.
That's
hair
a classic.
transplant
Liverpool win.
merchant.
And the G.
Top
That's
four.
why their transfer budget's so big.
Did you say yours?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, ish. I don't know, whatever. City, Liverpool, Spurs, United.
Oh,
I just don't want to tempt
fair-
fate with
fair.
Arsenal.
I already have.
Don't.
I'm-
No, you didn't. Shh. No one knows.
Going to
God
say
didn't hear it.
City, Liverpool.
So we've all gone City to win
Yeah,
so far, haven't
I
we?
just can't stand Liverpool.
Well, they've kind of got a 2-point advantage, right? Because they've got a point
Yeah.
plus goal difference.
Mm.
They've probably got the
Can't
slightly
really see
tougher
them
running
sticking
though,
up
don't they?
either.
Still, but I'd still back them to do it because I just don't know. I just feel like they've just got a better squad. Their manager is better at winning leagues.
City, Liverpool, Chelsea. City,
Like-
Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea.
City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
wow.
I think if we beat United, that gets us top four.
I've got a feeling Chelsea might get it as well. Like, just because I don't know.
But then again, I also watched Chelsea play United in the FA Cup, and that was shambolic.
Great. Wasn't great, but I think you've
We have
come
got
into a lot
better
better
since then,
form since then, and perhaps I think Chelsea and Arsenal may be coming to form at the right time. I think the fact that Ozil's back in the Arsenal side as well is a big plus. Like that's something that was really holding
Oh my god.
the side back before. This could be a rout, couldn't it?
Ooh.
Oh my days. What's your top six? Then?
City, Liverpool, Spurs, and I think it's so difficult. I think I'm going to say United because I think I just have a feeling.
Believe in them, mate. Believe in them.
I'm believing, and I think this.
You
this
have a
kind of- The whole
feeling?
Solskjaer narrative
Mystic Mike, it's
Mystic
bad.
Mike.
It's written in the stars for.
The stars for him to win the Champions League.
I don't know, but
For
it's
Di
funny.
Matteo.
Yeah, exactly. But like, and
Di
well, to be
Matteo.
fair, actually, the options of the quarter final aren't actually.
Didn't end too
like,
well.
If United were to get Porto in the next round, like why wouldn't we go to the semis? You know, like,
Yeah.
but.
Rubbish.
But I do remember. I think it was when we did the live stream of the Liverpool City game, and it was like maybe Solskjaer was about 3 or 4 games in and won them all and whatnot, but all against very easy opposition. I remember. I think it was Hamill or maybe you, Pato, being like, "What does Solskjaer need to do to get the job?" And I said, "Well, he has to do the impossible, which is make the Champions League quarterfinals and get 4th place." And that was that genuinely seemed like the most outlandish thing, outlandish achievement to
Dream
me at the
world.
time. Right now, it now just seems kind of normal. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still not entirely convinced that he is the right man to take us forward in the long term. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I've had to kind of eat my words there a little bit. But equally, he's done like that. That is still like enough. for
Oh
Oh
us.
my
God.
God, Mane.
Sadio
Nice.
Mane has killed 3 or 4 people out on this wing, by the way.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
I actually think next season there'll be 5 Premier League teams in the Champions League again. I think
The
whatever.
biggest team's gonna win it this
I
year.
think Europa League we won either by
Arsenal or
Arsenal.
Chelsea.
Arsenal or Chelsea.
Really?
Depends how it goes for you guys tomorrow.
Well, yeah, it does definitely depend on that.
But yeah, I think Chelsea have 3-0 up for last.
I
time,
don't know, man. Like, I just feel like I hope Man United go as far as possible because I don't think they'll win it. I think that if they come up against Liverpool, City, Barca, or Juve, I think they lose those games. Though I think they could beat a lot of others. And obviously, the more games they play, the more likely they are to struggle because they've got so many injury problems at the moment that it would actually be, from my point of view, it'd be great if they made like the semis, rinsed their squad, lost to City, maybe like drew another game or something, and were just out of the top 4 race. That would be ideal. But to a certain extent, for Man United, except for like the stature of the club, they don't need to care about top 4 as much as Chelsea and Arsenal do. This. Well, actually, Chelsea don't, I suppose, in the sense that you don't need to attract players because you can't buy anyone.
I don't know if that's true though, because obviously they can't. But with United, because they don't. I know historically, and people will always want to go there. But going to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if he is the permanent manager, it's a bit more of an unknown like quantity than.
Sure.
Yeah.
Going to a team with that kind of, it just depends on the kind of results towards the end of the season. If United end the season in the same way that their things are going for them at the moment, then it seems like a very attractive proposition. Playing with like Pogba and Martial at the top of their game, playing with kind of some of the most exciting young players as well. If we were to then attract like someone
just
like Jadon Sancho,
desperately need to get rid of Alexis
for sure.
Sanchez.
Like if it's just Solskjaer without the results, then it's not very and without Champions League football, then suddenly we might start to struggle again in the transfer market.
Is he the reason?
But we do just pay so much. So
is he the reason why you guys are playing better, or is it because Mourinho is gone?
Bit of both. It's definitely a bit of both.
But do you think it's because tactically, or do you think it's just like
they're luckier?
They are luckier as well.
Yeah. We have been lucky. I think.
But they are better.
Neville was saying that like Solskjaer's team is not as bad, is not as amazing as everyone says it is, and Mourinho's United weren't as bad as everyone said they were. But I think tactically way more versatile than Mourinho was. And obviously, man management is a massive thing. I think we've kind of spoken about it to death, don't we? But like the players enjoy playing for the club. It's just it's a nice place to be.
That does matter.
And regardless of that, players are just coming into form as well. Like Rashford's been he's been not as good in the last couple of games, but like for the last 2 months, form of his life. I don't know. I can't.
Sorry, this game's very interesting.
James Rodriguez doing a slide tackle on Mo Salah. But I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like we kind of said this about Mourinho, which is
that was fantastic from Rodriguez.
Which is that if your selling point, like as a manager, is I get results, but even if the football's not pretty, then if you stop getting results, you've got nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're like. If you're like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, where you're like, you know what, I am going to develop the young players, going to give them a chance, and we play fun football, then if they stop getting results for a bit, he'll get a little bit more leeway purely because people will be like, we enjoy going to the matches again.
Of course.
Like that's the worst thing when the football's bad and the results are bad. You've got absolutely.
That's kind of what happened at Chelsea. Like, although we were playing nice,
but then again, everyone hates this Sarri football.
This is what I mean. Yeah, because now it's like people have sussed out if you mark Jorginho, they just pass at the back all the time for about half an hour. They go forward. If they can't have a shot, they bring it back to David Luiz.
It is quite Wenger-y. It's like old Wenger-y, where people would just like mark our midfielders and our defenders just pass it to each other.
But refuse to change the plan.
Exactly. I think pass it in a U for 90 minutes.
Yeah, literally. I think there's a lot of Chelsea fans though that sit there with that sit there with Sarri, and I do think they're a little bit hasty because we are literally in the exact same position as we were with Conte with the same squad practically.
And same points you were saying earlier.
We're actually, I think we're better off for like a point, and we've lost like 2 less games. But here we
go.
A great save from that's a good save from him.
Franck Ribery is so slow now, by the way.
Yeah,
that's because he's 72.
Yeah, I know, but like, don't play him then. Like they've had this winger problem for so many seasons, and still every summer, like you get Bayern executives coming out and saying, "Oh, we don't spend as much money as everyone else does." It's like, yeah, that's why you almost lost the league this season.
Do you think
why you haven't won the Champions League?
Do you think
stupid
that's
bastard.
why he's still doing his hair?
Or put a 7 in it.
Yeah, just remind people.
I am young.
Otherwise, he turns up to the ground and people are like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I used to play for this team."
Oh God, that heck. Liv, is there any more questions?
Yes, on Twitter, I did promise you a Neuer question.
Oh, go on.
Edward Wogan says Neuer's past it, but who can replace him between the sticks at the Allianz?
Couldn't agree more.
Oh God,
it's a really difficult position to fill, though.
Yeah, especially after like how good he has been.
And isn't Bayern's backup also really old?
Yeah,
he's over 30.
Whatever his name
All
is.
right, yeah. Big Sven.
God, who could they buy?
Sven was their player of the season last year, man. Their backup goalkeeper. When Neuer sat out the whole season, that's an outrageous delivery, by the way, from Trent.
I'm just trying to think of keepers.
Black, would he leave?
That's a great banner.
Jesus Christ. Oblak's an interesting situation because he's still on 25 grand a week.
Crazy, man.
For the second best keeper
So maybe
in the
he
world.
would leave.
But he doesn't seem to want to leave.
There's something about that Atleti team, like they're
FD
so indebted, aren't they, to Simeone? That just no one will leave that
Is
club.
Yeah, it's very
It's
true.
actually nuts, like how
They love
heavily
the
indebted
manager.
people are to that club.
They
Like,
love the
pretty
manager.
amazing.
I mean, Atleti have always had a very good goalkeepers. You think about they had David De Gea. They then had Thibaut Courtois. They've now got Oblak. Like, so have a look at who their sub
Yeah, it's like
keeper
they have
is.
strikers. Yeah, exactly. You're like, you know what you want to do? Sign their goalkeeping coach.
Yeah.
The guy's a miracle worker.
Especially with some of the ways Thibaut Courtois looked at Real Madrid this season.
I think maybe they just maybe they should. I think they'll probably give it another year just because they're going to spend a lot in other areas this summer. Like they're obviously going to bring in a winger. It looks like they're doing a 50 mil deal for Nicolas Pepe. They may well get another winger as well.
Pavard's coming in.
Pavard's coming in, which they have to pay for.
Hernandez.
Lucas Hernandez they have to pay for. I think they'll probably get another central midfielder, though it could be Rabiot, in which case obviously free but big wages.
Werner.
So yeah, Werner as well. If they get all those signings, I think they'll say, you know what, let's give Neuer another year, see if he's totally past it, and if he is, we'll put Ulreich back in, and then next summer we'll go big for
Jordan Pickford.
for Oblak, yeah, for Jordan Pickford, for Bernd Leno. That would be amazing.
Oh, they can never get Bernd Leno.
But actually, good keepers. I mean, like there's a guy called Thomas Strakosha who's at Lazio, who looks like a sick goalkeeper.
And the Leipzig keepers had a good season.
Yeah, but he's older, isn't he? He's like their oldest player by like 12 years, I swear. But I also always look at him, and because he's Hungarian, I just see Gabor Kirali. He was the guy who wore the joggers.
I love those joggers.
Oh, yeah.
Those grey joggers. Mate, what a bloke.
He inspired a generation.
Grey joggers is such a pervy choice for a man.
Is he the same one that won at the World Cup?
Yeah, he's a great.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer.
Fair, yeah, true.
What you mean? He's actually an entertainer?
No,
I mean,
Oh right.
Yeah. He does
he does magic
children's parties. He does bar mitzvahs. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
hire him.
I just think, I think there's Lafont as well.
Spend
But he's probably a bit young.
Spend 100 million on Donnarumma. No. I actually think if
You're going to spend 100 mil. Why not spend it on Oblak?
I mean, they actually would accept 100 more than likely. Very true. Very
Yeah.
true. But I think you're right. Though. I think it's for next season. That was not nice.
I feel like the Bundesliga is full of crap keepers. Like, because
it used to not be.
but you look at Dortmund.
fired
You
up,
look at
isn't it?
Dortmund and like Bayern competing for the league this season.
Oh, it's an own goal! It's an own goal of Matip.
in the
It's
back
an
of the
own
net.
goal of Matip.
Goal!
It's an own goal of Matip. Mikey.
Oh, he hates it.
Absolute pandemonium at the
Oh,
end
God.
now. The fans have gone wild. And Bayern Munich are back in this tie. Could it be? Could Klopp's night be falling apart here? This could be big.
He's buying himself time.
Yeah,
He's on.
because I don't know what's going on. So great ball over the top, I believe, by Sula. And Gnabry does well there. It comes off Matip, yeah.
Oh,
Is
Arsenal.
Nabry
Matip.
on side?
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
He is just,
Oh,
yeah.
Matip,
No, he is
you are
onside.
right.
Van Dijk.
Matip finally gets the own goal he deserves because the last three times I've watched Liverpool, Matip has tried to put it into his own net from 6 yards, and Alisson has been good enough to save it. This time it didn't happen. So you're getting just what you deserve, Joel Matip, and it's 1-1.
I think this might have been the best
Wow.
defender in the world playing him on side though.
To be honest, I will.
yeah, I think it is.
I will say, like, if
Yeah,
Matip
Van
is
Dijk does have.
whatever
Yeah.
happens, Lewandowski's putting that in behind him.
Yeah, that's
If
true,
it goes
that's
past.
true.
The downside of that is seeing Beckenbauer happy. Like that is really sad. Like nobody wants to see that in the modern game.
I'm actually not going to ask. I think.
He's a dreadful bloke. They all deserve to be in prison. And you know how you can tell because they've all been to prison. Come on.
Has Beckenbauer's not been to prison,
Nah,
has he?
but they said he might.
Oh,
So
really?
you know, there's always something to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, fair enough.
The first
Chelsea get a
centre-back
transfer
they've
ban.
seen.
Beckenbauer goes to
This
prison.
summer's
What a world.
fantastic. Jesus Christ.
I love Chelsea being rubbish though. It's so good.
I know.
Let's talk about it again. It's so nice that just as Man United stopped being rubbish, Chelsea got rubbish. So I still had something to enjoy in football.
It's annoying
it's
because
so
we're getting rubbish.
pleasurable.
We're getting rubbish during a time where it's like, let's play good football now, and we've got a manager that can do that.
Yeah,
He's
let's play
also
Pedro and
stubborn.
Willian 3,000
Oh, I
minutes
don't
a
know what he's
season.
Let's just hope Hudson-Odoi plays loads of minutes next season.
Imagine not being a Champions League club and a Champions League giant, even one in a bit of a state like Bayern, come to you and they say, we will pay you 40 mil for this kid who doesn't play instead of Willian and Pedro. Like, at that point, were you not like, this is weird, this is a weird one. It's like when Man United were out of the Champions League and they said, you know what, we don't need Welbeck. And Arsenal, who were in the Champions League, said, we'll have him. And Man United also said, we don't need Javier Hernandez. And Real Madrid said, we'll take him. And went on to win the Champions League. And Man United didn't think, maybe we're not actually great at telling who's worth keeping around.
You've got to remember, it's the same club that rejected 60 million for Willian.
Mate, that's such a good
Like,
sentence.
it's just hard. We'll get on to them later. We'll probably move on to Chelsea later. But is there another question that isn't Chelsea related?
Bars from Zach Jellum.
I just.
When are we going to stop talking about football? Is that in the second half?
Well, yeah, why not?
Oh, I can do it from now, to be honest.
Send in your questions. We'll do a 10-minute non-football segment where we'll answer anything. Fashion.
Ooh.
You want to know how much it's his haircut? He'll tell you. Put them in the comments below and Liv will read them out.
I will reveal all, in the second half.
We'll know what Pato uses to shampoo his hair.
Wow.
Feel free.
Beard.
Feel free to tell you.
Wow.
The beard is fantastic.
That's a bigger.
All right, cheers, guys.
Is there any football questions beforehand though, Liv?
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
No worries.
Distracted
Sure,
by
sure.
the
Your game.
football.
I'll tell you who's been fantastic with a beard. Alisson. Without a beard, he's a 3. With a beard, an 8.
That is harsh.
He's not an 8.
Yeah.
He's not an 8.
The beard is
I think
fantastic.
he's at least a
He's
7.
not
is he
an
Alright,
8.
whatever. I'm not great at judging men.
I don't know.
honest.
I have a very harsh rating system, and he's nowhere near an 8.
But it improves,
Matt's
right?
Hummels,
I'm
now that
excited
guy's-
to hear about the rating system
Matt's-
in anything but football section.
Matt's Hummels is a very
Power
handsome
tackle.
man, but no, that's
Oh.
crazy talk.
Free kick.
What is happening
Free
right
kick.
now?
They hurt.
Lewandowski thought he was Messi for a minute. There.
Yeah,
it
he
was just
did.
that all the Liverpool players had stopped playing.
You should see me at 7 sometimes, mate. I think that as well. And then get hacked down.
Go check out that 7. That's out today, is it not?
There is a 7s out on
Yeah.
FDS. That is called a segue, ladies and
it is.
gentlemen. There is a 7s after this live stream, after you've enjoyed us watching a game. Go over there and you can hear this man do commentary. You enjoyed that bit where Bayern Munich scored? You'll love 7s,
Imagine that
mate.
times 10 for 10 minutes.
23 minutes,
Yeah.
in fact.
23 minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't realise it was that long. But you also go on a few mazy runs in that game as well.
I
On a
always,
quest to score a rare goal. Have you scored? Have you scored yet?
all right. I'll
it's so
actually,
bitchy.
I'll give him a leak. Yeah,
I love
I have
bitchy
scored
McCubbin.
now.
Yeah, me
But,
too.
It's not-
Sassy McCubbin is
it's
my
not from
favourite
Sassy
McCubbin.
McCubbin.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's something I've been developing this calendar year.
I'd say you've perfected it.
Yeah, I
if
think
anything.
so.
I wouldn't go that far.
Look, there's always room for
Thanks.
improvement,
Yeah.
but still.
Especially in your rating system.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later. So anyway, dangerous free kick here. Let's talk about the match for like 20
Yeah,
seconds.
I think that's over to you, Mikey.
Well, is it Alabuff standing over this?
It is.
Is he the usual free kick taker in these situations? Like
From
I
that
feel
distance.
yeah.
I think he's actually moved this back. This looks further out than the actual foul
Is he actually going to shoot here? Looks like
He
it. doesn't it?
is.
Alaba!
Oi,
Nice,
that was
good
decent.
effort,
It's
but
just very
yeah,
far
not
out.
that difficult for
Just
Alisson,
dipped
really.
too much, didn't it? But yeah,
How
this
long's
is
left
going
of
to be
the
a really
game, Mikey?
interesting second half. Sorry.
How long's left of the game?
Left the game about 46 minutes. If we're going to go something like that.
Why like that?
After half.
Plus
Sassy.
injury time.
Two.
That's just Sassy Michael there
That's
coming
right.
for no reason.
Fabinho on a booking now
Yeah.
after hacking down James Rodriguez. That could be interesting in the second half.
Would you like another question?
Yes, please.
I think we need one.
Sassy Mikey
I
needs to
didn't
calm
think- I
down,
don't- I
mate.
wasn't-
He
I
needs to
wasn't-
Wow.
calm down.
I was a
that-
bit sassy there.
No, that's what made it funny.
I was
so
making
good.
a noise.
Right,
Oh,
on
look at
Twitter,
Henry, bro, he's so
Yuri
tired.
said, what is the most exciting possible matchup you could see in the next round?
Oi.
Would you like me to tell you
Gone.
the teams?
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Ajax, Tottenham, Porto, United, City, Juventus, and then obviously Barcelona, Lyon, Bayern.
Oh,
That's,
yeah,
an,
City.
that's an
City.
outrageous tackle from
City.
Hummels.
He's
by the
on.
way.
Amazing.
He's on.
Oh,
No way.
he went to
Oh my
sleep.
God, Lewandowski, how have you missed that?
Oh.
You silly Billy.
Did it actually
Silly
get
Billy.
pulled back?
No, he's onside. I think he's onside.
And is he complaining that the linesman didn't flag him offside now because it would have been less embarrassing?
He's
Well,
off.
he's off.
He's off. That would have been VAR.
Yeah, it would have been VAR and got. But look at this. Why is he looking at the linesman? Just finish it and deal with it later. He's not going to get Van Persied. It'll be fine. Oh, it's dreadful.
Oh my days.
Look at that.
I
That's an 8. Alisson.
All right, again, I'm not great at ratings.
He's not even the most handsome man on the pitch.
Like Callum Chambers.
I mean,
It does look like Callum Chambers.
Oh, it does look like Callum Chambers.
He looks more like Whammo, mate.
Yeah, but mix of the two. Both
Yeah,
fantastic defenders. But
I was going to say
what
for
we
your
talking
question,
about
Liv, City Ajax.
I think, what about Barca
Oh,
Ajax?
I
That'd be
want
pretty
Ajax
tasty
to
as well.
win.
Barca
I'd love
Ajax,
to see.
yeah.
Imagine if Ajax did.
This is what I
Barca.
mean.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be so good. But also, if Ajax got knocked out by Barca, that'd be really sad.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Especially Frankie.
I'd quite like to see Liverpool potentially pump Barca. They'd be really obnoxious afterwards. But I really do think this Liverpool team could absolutely destroy Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona are that great. And I think their midfield would probably overrun them. And I think that would be really,
I'd
really
quite
fun.
like Ronaldo to go and pump Barca.
Oh, Juve.
Yeah.
Imagine. Ooh.
I kind of want to see Juve go out in the next round, to be honest.
After all of that,
Yeah, I don't,
just to
Why?
lose again.
partly because I put a tweet out like a few weeks ago saying that Juve threw 100 million down the drain by signing Ronaldo after they lost to Atleti, and I kind of want that to be vindicated. To be honest,
So it's for your own game.
I don't like the idea that just like Ronaldo can just go into a team and win them the Champions League. and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I agree
But
with that.
he's also gone into a team which is very good.
Oh yeah, of course,
Like,
and it is
it's
and
not-
it is
the team
truly
is not
amazing. It is
deserving.
truly amazing his form in this competition. Like it's kind of magical. Like what he is capable of doing in any given kind of situation in
Penalty
knockout
situation.
stages. But like yeah, I didn't hear what
Be
you
nice
said
for
there,
Allegri
Pat,
though.
I was just
Before he leaves.
Just a Penaldo.
I
joke.
mean, I think if Allegri wins the Champions League this year,
He's gone.
I think maybe you could say 1 year. But also then I think you're right as well. Like he's won it all then. Like he
But
literally.
everyone makes
Yeah, I
this
think he
argument. They're like,
goes.
well, if he wins the Champions League, then he'll go because he's finally done it. And if he doesn't win the Champions League, he'll go because he'll be sick of not winning the Champions League. Just like, well, everyone just thinks he's going to leave this
Yeah,
summer
that
then,
is
surely.
true.
It's just that everyone
I
wants
do.
him to.
Isn't that the argument? Yeah, where's he going to go?
Don't know. I think he's going to go on a sabbatical. I wrote about it in Transfer Talk last week.
I mean, I think more managers should go on
But
sabbaticals.
today's Transfer Talk is also out.
Everyone should go on a sabbatical. I
Yeah.
had one. It was
Talk us
lovely.
through
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely
half time's up in
delightful.
Paris. I called you Paris.
I'm fine with that.
Oh,
It's all right,
Pato,
it's weird.
tell us how Paris was for about a minute or two.
It was delightful, thank you. Yeah, I had a very nice time. I did French classes every morning for 7 weeks. So I did
Goodness gracious.
4 hours of French. And I'd actually not really done any French before. I'd done like year 7 and year 8, I think. So like I literally had no French.
Say to the fans in French.
I'm not your monkey.
No, but just say it in French. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
No.
Just do
Don't
it.
do it.
I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do this. Like Hamill's already done this. Oh, say this in French. No.
Don't compare.
Not
Somebody
your
has
bitch.
actually
Don't you
asked
say
you,
Okay, I'm sorry, I'll
Patrick,
take that back.
who is the fittest male footballer?
Who's
But
the fittest?
specifically you.
You know, right? Great cue. Let me have a little.
I don't really
thinky.
want to condone this chat, but
I
you've
think
asked for it.
Mats Hummels is a handsome bloke, but I find his facial hair to be displeasing.
I'm trying to think. I mean, we've had this conversation before. I'm trying to remember who you've said.
No one's really my type, man. Oh no, there's that handsome Icelandic guy. He is a piece. He looks like Chris Hemsworth.
Who's one with grey hair you really liked? I think it was
Could be
a
anyone.
manager.
Could be anyone.
I mean, Kike Sanchez Flores is up there for
That was
managers,
it.
I think.
Flores.
No, that's
I thought you liked
Doogie.
Oh, that is Doogie. that likes
Doogie
Flores.
loves him. Doogie won't.
I'm in agreement with Doogie on that.
Nico
Although-
Kovac is probably better looking though, isn't he? Nico Kovac is a very handsome man.
I don't know.
I think he's too small. He's got the face of a small man.
Oh, I thought you meant like he's not beefy enough.
No.
Well, he's not-
he
not
looks
that big,
a
is
lot like
No,
Jordan.
he's
Jordan,
got the face of Joseph
Yeah,
Gordon-Levitt.
I know.
Again,
Yeah,
small
he's.
man.
Oh my
He
God, he
does, yeah.
does.
He's
Yeah.
got Joseph Gordon-Levitt mixed with Mads Mikkelsen, but
don't
he's
know.
not as handsome as Mads Mikkelsen. I'd say he's more handsome than Joseph Gordon-Levitt, in my view.
Oh my God, that
I
is
just think they-
spot on. I knew I'd seen him
Yeah,
somewhere
You've seen that
else.
on
Weird.
Twitter,
Inception.
right?
Yeah, you've seen him in lots of films. That's where you've seen him. You've seen him in that
500 Days of
terrible,
Summer.
that terrible film. I was trying to remember its name. You read my mind, Maccabi.
I quite liked
Genius.
500 Days of Summer.
Oh, I've
It
never
was
seen
twee,
that.
wasn't it?
It was twee.
Had lots of Smith songs in it. And,
I like the
that.
What's
Smiths songs.
happened?
Yeah, but they were all like, "We're amazing because we like the Smiths," and you were just like, "Yeah, so did a lot of people." Like you know, Morrissey's really popular in Mexico apparently. Lots of Mexican goths. Shout.
Don't think ever. I would have heard a Smith song, but not a lot.
In conclusion,
you would've done.
Paris was lovely. Thanks for asking. And Adam Templeman is there this week, and I've given him some food recommendations. I'm genuinely really excited for him to go to one of the places that I recommended because I feel like he'll be really pleased.
What's the place? What did you get there?
It's a steak restaurant called Robert Louise in the Marais, and it's they cook all their steaks over an open fire, and basically I wanted to go and get like a Côte de Boeuf, you know, like for 2 people,
Ooh,
like,
nice.
and I found this
Classy.
place online, and then I asked my teacher at the French school, Michael, and he said there's this one place you should go, and it was incredible. It's the best steak I've ever had.
I
Really?
think I've had
By a
steak
mile.
3 times, maybe.
Mate, you know how like often with a steak you're like, a lot of this is not as good as I want it to be.
Yeah.
But imagine if the best mouthful of steak was the whole steak. That's what this steak was. Incredible. Better than steaks I had in like South America. It was great.
Have they been to Flatiron in London?
I have.
They do
No.
very good steak.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a bit of a bargain as well, I think.
Yeah, it's very reasonable price.
It's very
Yeah.
reasonable.
Very good.
Yeah, shouts to Flatiron as well.
Yeah.
I've never been
Hit
here.
us up with vouchers.
Yeah.
We'll go there after,
Great.
sponsor.
Brought to
They
you
stay
by.
open very late as well. That's a good thing. If you genuinely
And you
can't find
can't
anything
book.
to eat in London at 11 p.m., which is actually surprisingly a thing, go to Flatiron. They will. Yeah. I mean, McDonald's obviously is an option, but go to Flatiron if you want to have a sit-down meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not paid
Open
for
till
this
that.
either.
At midnight.
So if you're on a
Still
date
not
and
paid
it's
for.
Yeah,
like
it's not.
surprisingly late at the end.
It's gone well.
Yeah, it's good.
But you can't book. So don't plan for your date to be there because you can't book.
Yeah, that's true actually.
You
But
get
then
full.
you can have the queue to see if you actually get on well enough to pursue a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's
Suppose
relationship
so.
advice with Football Daily.
Yeah, should we do a bit of football and then come back to
And
non-football?
if there's some non-football
We
questions
don't have
already,
any
but-
non-football questions.
Oh, get them in the
Oh.
We
comments.
still,
then,
we still
guys.
haven't decided on who is the fittest footballer.
Oh, off the top of my head, I'm going to go for just a manager, and I'm going to say Niko Kovac because I can't remember the name of that Icelandic guy who's genuinely gorgeous. He is.
The one Dorman is in love with.
Sure. Yeah, Dorman
More
likes
likely.
kind of like blonde,
Icelandic,
twinky men.
sure.
Yeah, so
Fair.
I wonder why.
Sure.
It's himself.
Gavin Williams wants to know,
Yes, Gavin.
should Jadon Sancho go to United?
No, sirree. He is smashing it at Dortmund at the moment. That's because he's getting minutes and because people believe in him. And essentially, the stage isn't. He doesn't have the pressure.
He
of,
would solve a big problem for them, though.
He would, but I also think
So
the
surely
pressure
he
that
would get
comes with
minutes.
it is very immense. And we've seen players go to United and that not work out for them.
Yeah.
Depay for number one. Like, look at how good he is at Lyon now, and then when he was at United, it just wasn't working out. I think Dortmund is the perfect place for him for at least another year, and then you start talking about it. Because then what? He's 21? 20?
20.
By that point?
He's still 18. isn't
After
he?
another year? Yeah, it'd be mental. And then he's
Yeah.
also probably been in the Euros as well. Who knows how he's lights that up.
I don't know, man. I kind of agree. I think he can do another year or two of development, and then he'll still have. If I were him, I'd give it a couple of years, because Man United, yes, they're going to give the job to Solskjaer, but you still don't really know what the state of the club is. And if I were him, I'd wait a couple of years and be like, what are Real Madrid and Bayern and City and Liverpool and United? What do all these clubs look like in a couple of years' time? Because almost certainly I'll have a bunch of options. And you want to pick the one that's the right one for the next 5 years, not the one that's just the right one for
For
kind
now.
of now.
And also pay your whack.
Yeah, they will
I
pay
think-
you a whack. Get paid. I mean, in fairness, get paid.
We've
It's
had a
short
non-football
career.
related question
Bring it in.
from Sam Coffey.
Hey,
Oh,
cough
finally.
drop from VYB. If you guys are fans, then make sure you check that
It's
out.
called
They just
Vibe.
released a video where they eat a chicken wing that's 5 million on the Scoville
Scoville.
scale.
Really?
I also ate that and I cried. Check out Joe Tomlinson's vlogs for that.
That is such an outrageous ball from
I
from
cried.
Van Dijk, isn't it?
I actually did. It
He's
was-
so strong, by the way, to hold off Rafinha there and bring that down perfectly.
That's
Oh
just
my
such a gorgeous goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marquee's in love with this guy.
Oh, it's so good. It is so good.
It is tremendous. Look at this. He just,
satisfying.
but he just clips it.
The touch.
Oh, oh the problem is Neuer's like come out into no man's land.
Why?
Stopped, like sort of done the splits, been worried, and then got skinned.
Yeah, he's like
Oh,
panicked.
what's happened? Oh, see you later. Bye. Pure
The finish is fantastic.
Yeah,
Like,
pure
he
Pickford
has
for
to
Neuer
dink
there.
that as well because
He does every single
anyway
thing
else,
right.
Oh
it's
my
blocked.
god, he's tried to bring him down and everything. What an idiot.
Pure Pickford.
Yeah, he's just pure.
That is
Pickford.
harsh.
Pickford is one. So I saw somebody say on Twitter the other day that it's a testament to how good Jordan Pickford's reflexes are. That despite all the rest of his game, he's a Premier League goalkeeper. And you're like, that is kind of true because he is a dunce.
Still gave me
And
so many memories in the World Cup.
He's
though.
so bad in so many ways, but he's just got great reflexes, and that's it. Idiot.
I mean that goal in Liverpool in the first game in the first head-to-head in the Premier League was amazing.
Idiot.
Origi.
You're so
When he,
harsh.
Origi, where he picks it like stops it from going over. It's just like, what are you doing?
That
mate?
was
You're better than
mental.
That.
That was mental.
It really was, because they were going to draw the game.
That was like, if it hadn't been so improbable and stupid, that would have been a match-fixing situation. Because it was just like completely harmless. Moron, honestly.
What did Coffee say, Liv?
He wants to know favourite starter, main, and dessert.
Oh my
great
god!
question.
He literally said this earlier.
It's a great question.
Straight off the James Acast thing.
Can we
Yeah,
build up?
Jane
Can we
Mark
build up to
Acast
your
thing.
answer, Liv? Because I feel like you're going to have a great answer here.
You go first, Mikey, because
Ooh.
I've got no idea. Man. I don't think I've had
It's
3
really
courses.
difficult.
I have actually twice.
Starters. I can't. I need someone to inspire me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Soup.
No.
Good soup is actually quite underrated.
That's a lunch. I agree. I'm a big soup fan. Everyone
Yeah.
takes the mickey out of
I
me
don't
for
mind
it,
soups.
but
A good.
it's not good for. It's not a good starter.
Yeah, it's a
It's
good
a lunch.
A good salad can be good for a starter, or if you want to go classic, just a load of garlic bread. Or I'm just going through.
That's a
the different
side,
styles.
isn't it? Really?
Wings,
Garlic
are
bread,
those
not-
starters?
I wouldn't-
Potentially, you
yeah.
can have one as a starter. Have a selection.
Or like a stuffed like aubergine or something like that. Or I've got.
Oh,
I've gone off
miso
aubergine. I know, I'm
aubergine.
just throwing.
Ooh.
Oh, from
stuff
Chat
like
for
that.
You.
Oh,
Bangs.
I mean, not
Incredible.
a starter, but
That's a great shout.
I'm gonna go for classic and go bruschetta.
Ooh.
Bruschetta to share.
nice.
With like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna
But
say.
if bruschetta's on the menu, then I
It's just
think
like
feel like
toast with,
burrata's on the
smart
menu as
bread.
well.
Ah.
If bruschetta's on the menu, then burrata might be on the
What's
menu.
burrata?
As well.
Is that
Oh,
You
I
know-
love
you know-
burrata.
You know, it's like the mozzarella that's like kind of a cream in it, and it's just
You
like,
like
you
cut
like
it
cut
and
it
it
open.
like.
Oh, yeah, that's-
It is good.
yeah, that's nice.
That is
That's
good with a
really
bit of
nice.
pesto. Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
And the
hard to,
main-
it's hard to beat Italian like starters and stuff.
Yeah, it's a
What's the
great
name?
point.
Oh no,
Agreed.
I had a what's the stuff where it's like kind of like mac and cheese but with rice instead of mac.
Oh my God, Zach, you mean risotto?
Risotto.
Risotto.
Nice,
I had a risotto calamari. It was fantastic. I mean, it was actually quite nice. It's probably the most
Don't-
fancy thing
I
I've
think
had.
you had it with squid.
No, I had it with not calamari. Sorry,
Prawns?
the other one, baby eggs or fish.
Caviar.
Caviar
Yeah,
in risotto.
yeah.
What?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Probably like fish.
Probably
bro,
just
not
on
like
the top.
caviar, like sturgeon caviar.
I was with Chelsea. They bought it.
Oh wow, maybe.
Yeah. I think it was caviar. So
Probably
what
just
can
would
I
have
say?
been a bit of caviar on the top.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, very true.
All
Very
right,
true.
it's
As you
mental.
can tell, I'm not a man of fine taste.
That is
Oh,
fine
caviar.
taste. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but in
just said
terms of-
caviar.
That's the only thing. I think that's the only time
Yeah.
I'll ever have it in my life. I also feel bad for killing fish eggs.
It's massively overrated, that caviar, I think. It doesn't taste
What's the
anything.
main though, Mikey?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I don't know, the
Not a
main.
huge fan.
So difficult because there are so many good things out there, aren't there?
So you go to Pate for his
Yeah,
starter, and then
okay,
go for that. You go with your
well,
starter,
Oh
Pate.
God, really?
Yeah, and then Mike can think about
Not
his main,
prepared.
and we'll go down like that.
Oh.
Maybe I do go burrata, or you know what? Actually, really good like warm house-made bread and butter is amazing. I think that genuinely is one of the most pleasurable things in the world. Like really good fresh bread. And
As a
butter.
starter.
Or if
With
soft
olive
shell
oil.
crabs on the menu, I would
That's
always
what
order
I
soft
was
shell
going to
crab.
go for.
Yeah, shut up, Olivia.
Oh.
Snobby side of the sofa.
Yeah, how'd you like that?
So you guys have both gone for crab.
I'd go
unless
for
Liv,
crab.
you wanna
Although,
change?
do you know what I reckon I'd actually go for? Crab bruschetta.
Oh, for God's sake.
Best of both
Yeah.
worlds.
All right.
Well, you know
Hybrid.
what's also great? Pate as well. Pate for a starter.
Nah, I'm not a fan.
Fantastic.
Not a fan.
Why not?
Okay, Mikey, what's your
Spreadable
main?
meat. I don't trust it.
What's
Wait,
your
Zach,
main?
what's your starter?
Mate, I honestly I don't really know about this
Wings.
stuff. Like I don't know this stuff well
Caviar.
enough.
Wings.
Yeah, caviar.
Caviar.
I
and
don't
wings.
think I really liked caviar in the end. I didn't finish it.
Main course, McCubs. Come on.
Main course and dessert, and you've
so-
got 10 seconds max.
Oh, what dessert? Okay, dessert. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
do a pudding. Do what you want.
Tiramisu, great dessert. And there are too many good main courses out there for me to just choose one. Something with mushrooms in though, because I love mushrooms.
Perfect.
You know what? A lovely wild mushroom and like truffle kind of like
Ooh,
pasta creamy
nice.
thing.
Well, you just need to
And-
go to an Italian.
Yeah, I do love Italian food.
Any Italian place.
Yeah,
It's easy.
So yeah, that's me.
Passions?
Italians are available.
What?
Main and dessert. Quick.
Main, I probably go some form of fried chicken. I think fried chicken is probably my favorite,
Really?
one of my favorite foods. Either that, or I go for something like I go for some like slow cooked kind of Mexican like meat dish, like cochinita pibil or something, or like tacos al pastor or something like that. You know, like just like a nice slow cooked pork with pineapple or some fruity thing.
Wow.
And then for pudding, like I go chocolate mousse from one particular place in Paris.
The place in
It's
Paris.
my fave in the world.
That did look outstanding.
Amazing.
Olivia Dodd?
In Maine, I'd go paella.
Ooh, that's such a good shout.
You forgot paella, Mikey.
You're Spanish.
I know, yeah, paella, yeah, I should have gone for that one.
Dessert, I'm not a huge dessert fan. I'm not sure what I'd go for.
Worst.
Maybe, you say them
You're
worst.
the worst person.
Brilliant.
Oh, soup. That's a main.
I didn't say, I said it wasn't a starter.
You said it was a meal.
It's a meal.
Come
It is a meal.
Give us your pudding.
Oh, I don't know. Zach, can you do your main?
Anything Italian or Mexican, to be honest. Not fussed.
Fair.
You had enchiladas the other day. Were they good?
Enchiladas, not enchiladas, as I said it.
Enchiladas.
Yeah, I tried
Enchiladas.
making it, and I'll be honest, it was a bit of a mess. I won't do it again.
No.
But yeah, tacos are a lot easier to make.
Yeah,
Either that, throw some spaghetti in a bit of hot water, put some tomato sauce after. You're golden, mate. That's how you make a good dinner.
Oh my god.
And as for a pudding, ooh,
I can't think of any puddings.
sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah,
With
some
some
pudding
ice
is
cream.
amazing. Crumble, also good. Eel flotons.
Oh, I
that's good.
love banana ice cream.
Oh.
Banana ice cream is good.
Mm.
Where's
Banana
that
ice cream
mad?
And
Madness.
salted caramel ice cream.
Where'd you get banana ice cream, you maniac?
Black Forest Gatto.
No.
Oh, that is a terrible shout
That's
from
a
behind the
horrible-
camera.
Horrible take from
I think we'll
behind
move
the
on from
camera.
that one.
That's a behind the camera take.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Like, you
Coffee.
would never get in
Oh,
front of camera
God.
with that kind of take.
Terrible idea.
Get that on
Coffee.
hot takes.
Coffee now knows
Disgraceful.
are starters, mains, and desserts, so I expect to see them very soon. Cough drop.
Yeah. It's in the kitchen,
Any more
isn't it?
non? Yeah, that's a great.
Every time you
Great.
say it, I can't believe you're still saying it.
He's taking the mickey out of you for saying mac and cheese but rice.
I forgot the name again.
Mac and
Risotto.
rice.
Wow.
Rice and
It tastes
cheese.
like it's literally mac and cheese, but with rice.
I did once. I actually did once.
But mac and cheese
when I was a
means
student,
macaroni.
All I had
Without
in the
mac.
fridge was all I had in
Just
the fridge in the kitchen was rice and cheese. I just made myself cheesy rice.
That is
Fair play.
bleak.
Normal rice just with grated cheese.
That's not something you
Fair
eat before you
play.
go and do a marathon or something. Like, imagine the energy coursing through
Yeah.
your system.
Cheddar and
Goodness gracious.
what was it made?
Basmati.
Yeah. Oh.
Basmati. No, got to be long grain.
Oh, for God's sake.
It all sticks together.
No,
mate.
we're getting,
long grain
no,
all
we're
sticks
getting
together.
too. Like, pun not intended.
We've actually spent
We're
half-
getting way too
We spent the
granular
whole
now.
of half time.
We're comparing
Big Boy
different rices.
69
What
is
did everyone-
saying, what about cheesecake?
Did you say Big Boy 69?
Oh,
yeah, that
Big
is his
Boy.
name.
What
What
where
a
are we?
name. What a name, Big
What
Boy.
website are we on right now?
Cheesecake is fantastic.
Yeah, cheesecake is good. You're correct.
I don't like cheesecake.
You don't like cheesecake?
No.
That's
the
crazy.
worst. She's
And you
honestly
don't like
the
curry?
worst.
I'm gonna
I
be
swap
better
places
like-
with someone.
Main course, obviously curry actually.
Oh,
Oh,
you know what? That's a
No,
tremendous
that's
shout.
silly.
Yeah,
that is
just
silly.
yeah,
With
a chicken
banging,
Anzac.
banging mango chutney as well.
Get rid of the rice. Throw
Lamb
me-
madras.
throw me a
right,
naan,
the football's
I'm
back
happy.
on.
Yeah, it is back. What did everyone think of the first half, by the way? Because we haven't really spoken about it.
I think it's quite-
as a whole.
I think the first half of the
This
first
is just
half.
like Gogglebox, isn't it?
Literally.
I don't know. I've actually never watched it, but I've heard about
It
it.
is
That's
quite, they just cut out the best bits. First half of the first half was Liverpool's. Second half of the first half was Bayern Munich's.
Game of two halves.
Game of two
That's
halves. as
fair.
they
A half
say.
of two halves, I think.
Oh, yeah,
There you go.
A half of two quarters.
Yeah, I think that also showed in when they scored their goals as well. To be honest, just
Yeah.
dominance in each half.
Yeah, it's really difficult to call. Actually, it's really difficult to call. I don't know. I think Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win.
As it
They'll
stands,
have another scare. I think. I think Bayern might go 2-1 up.
Well, no
Ooh.
extra time now.
Is there no extra time at all? That we just go straight to? Oh no, oh yeah, sorry, of course.
Yeah, because if it ended like this, of course Liverpool go through on away
Okay,
goals.
great. That means we can go to
Home,
sleep at
yeah.
a reasonable time.
I mean, reasonable enough.
Thiago's
Yeah.
claiming some studs up here from Mane, I think, on his ankle,
I mean, the referee's going, "What was that for?"
which is weird for the ref to be
Yeah.
standing there with the other
It's
players being like,
true.
"What are you doing, mate?"
Oh, it's just not
that's
needed.
all right.
It's yeah, but it is an accident. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
high or anything.
That's what the ref like. What are you doing? Mate?
You expect a yellow.
Pass the ball.
You get a yellow for that. I don't think you get a red,
Oh no, not yeah. Of course not. Of course
but you
not.
should get a yellow.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh my days. Yes, Liv. Is there any more football or non-football questions?
Let's stick with football for a little bit. I think.
What is happening?
Oh my god. Bayern seem to keep going through these phases where they just go, "What's happening?" and like where the ball's just bouncing about left, right, and centre with Liverpool.
I've
That's
got
the
a question
thing.
from Twitter,
Sure.
from RH67. What would you rather, win the Europa League or go out at the round of 16 in the Champions League?
win the Europa League.
I agree.
Win the Europa League. That way, you also confirm Champions League football,
Yeah,
which is actually so important nowadays, especially with like the top 6 in the Premier League.
After years of Arsenal fans saying this, suddenly everyone's like, "Oh, it's really important to secure Champions League status." Yes, it is.
I mean,
What happened to everyone making fun of the Arsene Wenger trophy?
I know, right?
Huh?
It's getting
How
absolutely
many
ridiculous.
times did you win it?
A lot.
A lot. More than anyone.
Europa
place.
League.
Fourth
Oh,
place.
sorry. I
no,
thought. Yeah, sorry.
the
I thought
Arsene
Europa
Wenger
League.
trophy,
We were talking about the
duh.
Arsene Wenger
Yeah.
trophy.
Oh, the
mate.
4th place. I mean,
The
yeah,
Europa
fair
League.
enough.
No, we've never won the Europa League. You know
I
what? Because
mean,
we were in the
yeah.
Champions League for like
Because we
20
had
years
the
in a
Arsene
row.
Wenger trophy.
Fair dues. Fair dues. However, he still got sacked at the end, didn't he?
All right.
Like every
Oh
manager.
my God.
Still
that is
hurts.
hard.
It still hurts.
Brutal.
But,
Someone
That
could get
is
sacked at the end of this live stream. Who knows?
No.
It'll be me voting
Jesus.
Tuesday.
That wasn't a threat. I do not have sacking power. I do not have power to sack anyone.
Oh, look,
He
at,
does.
look
he
at
does.
Jordan.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
Mm.
Just like a more
German version, Polish version. Even they are Polish.
Is he Polish?
He's
Need
not
to say
Polish. No,
that? He's Germany.
he's Croatian, isn't it?
Oh, Croatian.
Has
Yeah,
he
of
got
course.
like German? Croatian, yeah.
Terrible.
Oh my! It's just bouncing everywhere.
Oh my God, what is happening? Oh my God. I genuinely thought Neuer was about to punch
Punch
Nicolas
Sula.
Sula's head off. He's that stupid.
Mikey,
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
Oh, yeah?
What do you make of that Champions League ball? Orange.
I'm not a big fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
What do you
Hard-hitting
mean?
issues.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Orange.
What do you mean?
A ball like
What do you mean?
why isn't a ball being orange a good thing?
Because it looks sick.
I like blue and white on a football.
Ah.
I'm a traditionalist and
But it looks
Yeah.
like fire, Michael. It looks like
I
you're playing
don't
with
care.
fire.
Nah, they should
Yeah,
make it
what's-
green.
it just kind of
Make it
blends.
green.
It blends in too much with people's boots.
Make
All
it
people's
difficult.
boots are that colour these days. It's just a bit
True.
Is it even that orange? Is it more red? Is it not a bit more red?
It's white. It's mostly white, I'd say.
Ball in from James.
Like when it flies, it looks white.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
very true, very true.
A little bit yellow.
I really liked the ball that ball they had for the Champions League final a couple of years ago, which I think we did actually have in the office for a bit.
Oh,
that
advantage.
dragon one. That one in the dragon, the
We did have
Cardiff. Yeah, that was a lovely ball.
A Dragon Ball.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it had
god.
like
Oh my
a
God.
dragon in the design.
Could have gone
or in-
anywhere.
within the stars.
That looked like it just
Mikey,
hit
what's
Neuer's
happening
hand.
right now?
Oh my
Ah!
God, what a
That's not
delivery.
happening.
That's an outrageous delivery from Milner, right into the back post. This is the thing, right? Bayern do not feel like they've been in control at any point
No.
in this game. But that's a bit of a danger when you're the home side.
Yeah. Their shape has been a bit all over the place compared with Liverpool.
Liverpool look totally happy now just to sit and counter,
Yes.
like wait for Bayern to overcommit. And when they get on the counter as well,
They are.
every time they look dangerous. Oh my God, Neuer. Can he catch? Is he allowed?
I mean, it's a
There's
very.
a lot of spin on that.
It's also.
yeah, but look
it's
at him.
also
Why is he so low? He's doing like a pistol squat. What's the matter with him?
Yeah, Klopp.
Idiot. What do you like more, Klopp's fake hair or Klopp's fake teeth?
His teeth.
Teeth.
Who has the best teeth in football?
Let's
For
see
both
for the
of
game.
me.
The most entertaining teeth are Firmino's,
Yeah.
definitely.
They
Um,
are
I think
dazzling.
I've looked
It's
at
got
my
to be
teeth today.
between Firmino and Ribery, two of the boys on the pitch tonight. So.
I tell you,
That's
who's,
the real competition.
Yeah, it is.
who's got a
The
great
sparkles.
smile in football?
Uh,
Danny Welbeck's got an incredible
I don't
smile.
really-
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I'd say
Oh,
Danny.
he's such an like infectiously happy person.
Yeah, I think Danny Welbeck's.
But so is Son.
Danny
He's the
Welbeck's
a very
happiest
smart
person.
Son
Oh,
in
smile.
football.
he-
Son smile, 100%.
Happiest man in football.
It's
But are
so
his teeth good? Because I know Danny Welbeck's teeth are incredible.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay, fair.
Son just seems happy all the time. Even when he's sad, he's like, I'm still happy.
You've got no excuse to have bad teeth as a footballer. You're so wealthy.
You just buy him.
Roberto Firmino's teeth are so white, though. Like, they're inhumanly white.
Oh, that's
They're
what I
like
want my
blue.
Do you
teeth
reckon
to
he
be
gets them
like.
whitened like every couple of weeks?
No, they're veneers.
Well, they're not even real.
Yeah, they'll be veneers.
I think they've got blue lights inside them. I think they're neons.
When
Like
he
that
smile-
episode
when
of
he
Friends.
smiles,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like-
exactly what he looks like. Everyone agrees that he's Ross in the episode of Friends where he gets his teeth whitened. They look so similar.
I mean, he was inside the box when he passed that.
Oh, wow.
Is that rule not happening? That rule's actually been changed now.
No,
as
you
well,
can't
finally.
receive the ball inside the box, right?
Oh yeah, true. But that rule has been changed now because also
Has
it was,
it really?
it was a give out. Like Chelsea do it a lot, and there's other teams obviously that do it a lot, like City,
Yeah.
where if the opposition is pressing so much, all the defender has to do is jump into the box
Yeah,
and touch the ball. It's just a giveaway.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that was
Wow,
terrible.
what
from
a
Ribery.
ball.
That was actually terrible. Olivia, is there any more cues
Let's
that we
talk
can A's? That was fantastic, and you know it. Don't be judging it.
There is
just 'cause you didn't
indeed.
come up with it.
Drew Newman says, which English club can go the furthest in the Champions League?
City.
City and Liverpool, to be fair.
Yeah, either
Like,
one could win it.
I think both could meet in the final. Like, it wouldn't be that surprising. United, let's be honest, they were lucky to get where they are, Mikey.
Would you be more shocked if if Spurs won it or if United won it, McCubbin?
Would be more shocked. I said shocked in a really weird way there. I don't know, probably, I don't know, but to win the whole thing, I just can't see either of them doing it, to be honest.
Which was shocked
maybe
you, though?
Spurs, because it's just like they've never historically been top European competition kind of club.
Yeah.
But it would be nuts if United were to just carry on this streak and get to the semis would be pretty unbelievable.
Do you think it'd be
Just
bigger
show
than
how
when
not
Di
special
Matteo did
Ferguson
it?
was.
Sorry?
Do you think it'd be bigger than when Di Matteo did it?
Yeah, it would be bigger because United haven't had domestic success in the same way Chelsea had. The Chelsea team that did that were a Mourinho team, which probably had deserved to have won a Champions League before that. It would be much bigger in some ways, I'd say, than that. But I don't think United capable of it. I think I don't know. I do have a feeling City might go and win it this year. I've just got a feeling.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Yeah. Just that way.
I mean, again, Mystic Mike.
Oh, a
The
lot
man
of
of the
people are
win
saying
against Schalke.
Kante has the best smile in football.
Kante, yeah.
I haven't
is
checked out
also
his
very
teeth,
good.
though,
That is
again.
also.
That is a shout.
I feel like he's got an infectious smile, but I don't actually know what the teeth situation
Yeah, but
is.
it's just infectious. Like, it's just Kante.
Jesse
Yeah.
Lingard as well, I think, has got a pretty good smile.
He does.
His whole face smiles when he
And
smiles.
Rashford.
But he's got an
Rashford.
infectious smile. Like I want him to get an infectious disease when he
Oh,
smiles.
leave him alone.
He's
horrible.
he's
Bless
so
him.
annoying, man.
No,
Oh, he's just a
he's
cheeky
not.
chappy.
Oh, God.
I don't mind him when he's not playing for United. Like, then he's fine. But he's just quite obnoxious.
This is what I mean with Bayern right now, by the way. Like, they just keep putting pressure on themselves.
Yeah, because they're incompetent.
That's lovely from
Oh
Salah.
my god, that's outrageous from Salah.
Good ball as well.
Whoa.
For a
So
corner.
how long has Kimmich been out?
I feel like he's just turned a throw into a corner. Pardon?
How long has Kimmich been out? Right back.
Honestly.
Was he supposed to be?
He's
playing?
suspended.
He's
Yeah.
suspended. What did he? Yellows was it from the last game?
Yeah, I guess so.
Fair enough. I didn't realise that.
Oh, he's saying it's
What's
not a
going
corner,
on
it's thrown.
Was that? I think Ribery might have been hashtagging it.
Fair play.
He might
Fair
be.
play.
Typical of him.
Big fan of
Love
Spencer.
Noise, yeah.
No, nobody is. Come on.
Oh,
Harsh.
no, he's a lovely guy.
Haven't
Is he?
He is.
Is he a lovely guy? Cool.
Oh.
That makes one of them in his family.
Oh, my days.
I don't know whether you're talking about football or what I just said.
Both, to be fair. Both. Spencer.
We'll talk
Love
you
you
around,
all.
Pat. Come down to the hashtag, and we're going to go hopefully in April
I'm
for a non-league vlog.
quite impressed by what they've managed to do, but I just don't have any interest in
Yeah, I mean,
in their content. It's
You're
fine. It's
also
just not for me. It's
a
fine.
28-year-old,
I'm 29.
year-old man.
I'm 29, bro.
Who could tell, though?
Cheers.
No worries.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's cut this awkwardness with another question,
it's
Liv,
honestly
if
fine.
possible.
Nothing awkward about it, mate.
I mean, don't really have one, but there's a lot of speculation about who's the FDFC manager.
Ooh.
Oh.
Whether it could be me or you.
That's for us to know.
I think we'd have quite
Who would
different
be a better
approaches.
manager? Yeah, how would you
Well, us.
how would you
Yeah.
manage FDSC Liv, and then how would you manage us?
I mean, I
Pam?
definitely wouldn't come to the games.
That's fair enough.
So it'd be
I respect
more...
that about you.
Yeah.
Though. People would be like, it's a superstition, and you'd be like, no, I literally don't care.
No, but that's like,
It'd be
but
great.
then like if we get to a final, then you come and then we're like, oh
Obviously
god,
I come
the
for the
manager,
glory,
like
yeah.
the manager believes in us. She's here. Like we have to now perform.
Yeah, it's for the
otherwise
champagne
can't let her
if you wish.
down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
do
But
you
I
think
would
you'd be
be...
man management or tactical?
Oh, I would not be a man manager. No, I'm not going to waste my time with you lot. But
No
I
arm
think
round the
I...
shoulder,
No, absolutely
sweaty
not.
shoulder, yeah.
No way.
So
I'd
what-
be like from a distance, I would say. I'm not going to waste my time going to your training sessions either. I'll just
Jesus,
implement
what
my
are you doing?
philosophy.
Oh,
How you-
wow.
Probably via Skype, really.
Oh my
Would you just
Mate,
write
she's a
out a
lofty
manifesto?
tactician.
Yeah.
Liv
you're the
would sit in the
sporting
stand, so she
director.
got the bird's eye view.
You'll all have to just watch Scout Report,
Yeah.
and that's how you'll get your tactics.
Don't give it too long. You never know when that happens, Mikey. What about you, Fada? How would you be?
Uh,
I mean, in EFD, fantastic.
yeah, we did. We
I
were
was
good.
on. I was
weren't
on
we?
your. I was
you
on the
were
side
good.
of being managed. by
You were filthy.
Fantastic.
You were outrageous that
I mean,
day.
You got to do what you got to do. I also jumped in goal. So.
I can't. It was a disgrace. We should have won that game by about 4 or 5 goals. But I don't know, mate. Like probably just like I like a really solid midfield. That's what I like. I like a really defensive, well organised midfield, and then flying wingers. But
in the likes of George Wright.
But I'd probably just say to people, you know what, go out there and express yourself, so that I didn't have to think about it.
But yeah,
You're a good team. You don't really
We
need
are,
that much
we
coaching,
are.
do you? How many
I
games have
mean,
you lost?
I don't think we've lost more than 5 games in our entire.
I think you need
entire career.
You know
Great
what?
ball.
I think you do need a calming presence on the sidelines. That's something that I think.
Yeah,
in
we
those
can.
games,
I
you
don't know
you
if
do have
me-
the
would
ability to lose
either
your
of
heads.
us
This is
bring
the.
that? A
is a
calming
big-
presence.
I lose my head a
Or
lot.
not
I-
being there.
Yeah,
maybe.
true.
Yeah.
I can lose my head a lot in terms of.
And you set each other off.
I moan at the ref like there's no tomorrow.
I like that, though.
I absolutely go off at the ref, and because I'm currently the captain, I usually kind of get away with it. But there's been times, even when I was younger, I used to do it. When I was younger, I got yellow cards for moaning at the ref.
Yeah, but that's fine, mate. Like, that's your job as the captain. And also, you know, very few people at FD have any sort of leadership skills. So,
I think I'm a good
I-
leader.
all right.
Yeah, but a leader that's not showing up to our games.
Yeah, that's how
Well, I'll
she
show up when
leads.
you improve your language.
That's a tactic.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's true.
Fair enough.
No C words.
Fair enough.
The
Fair
only
enough.
rule successfully implemented.
That's a good role.
But I'm not allowed to say who the manager is. Only I actually know. So until then,
And the manager.
and the manager, I guess. But
I know as well, actually.
Do you?
It got leaked.
Oh.
Within
No.
the commentary kind of team.
Who's the commentary team? Yeah.
Myself and Danny Pape.
Oh, fair enough.
Hence why I always give him praise, because he's sitting right there.
He
next
is
to him.
honestly.
But also he is one of the best players. Like, he's such a good centre side player, isn't he?
He is. He's
Always
very good.
harrying the opposition.
I mean, we've got a good side in general. I actually think we're better at 11 side than we are at 7s as well. But we just don't play enough 11s.
You literally played 11 aside twice.
3 times, I'll have you know.
Oh, right.
Technically, include FD versus
so
EFD.
it's
But yeah, both still yet to lose at 11s.
very true.
If you want to see more though, head over to FDFC. Type in the YouTube FDFC channel, because otherwise it comes up with a bank, and
HDFC,
I'm still
one
trying to
of
get it
the biggest
sorted out. But
banks.
YouTube aren't helping me. Shout out YouTube. Is there another one?
Alfonso on Twitter, Patrick, would like to know what your opinions are on Declan Rice.
Oh,
Slight change of topic.
This is probably not going to like this. I think currently Declan Rice is an all right player, not a particularly good one. However,
Matkins is going mad behind camera.
however, the quality he's showing now suggests that he is going to be a very good player. Like, in this sense, I'd say he's like Guendouzi. Like, Guendouzi has lots of really good qualities, and he's so young that you're like, he's going to turn into a very good player.
Yeah, fair
but
enough.
right now, is he like that position is a position where you want your guy who literally never... Maybe sometimes they have a game where they're not particularly inspired with their passing, but they never make stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
At the moment, Guendouzi and Declan Rice do make stupid mistakes.
but they're
with their
very
positioning.
young, so it's
But they're very
understandable.
young, yeah. So you kind of... So it goes a bit both ways of that. I think... I don't quite get, like, people talking about him like he's
Here we go.
this incredible prospect, but I certainly think he is... Oh, my
Oh,
good
Bayern
God.
nearly scored there, Mikey.
Lovely
What
delivery
happened?
from Gnabry. Ball put through to Gnabry on the right. Not really sure where Robertson was. Don't know who was tracking him. And then what would you call it? A rasping ball across the 6-yard area.
Yeah, I'd say
Anyone
rasp.
could have had it. Lewandowski probably should have got there. Alisson did quite well to just come out and kind of cover ground. So yeah, let's have a little look. Fizz.
Oh, it's a great ball. It's a great ball through. Is that Ribery who's played that? Whoa.
He should be getting that Lewandowski.
Should be.
What is Alisson
Even the
doing?
guy at the back. Even the guy at the very back.
What is Alisson doing here?
Oh
Like, just
my
trying to
God.
cover the near post,
Oh,
I
maybe
guess.
not. Maybe not.
Wow.
Fair enough.
That was
anyway-
a scare for Liverpool. That.
My point about Declan Rice is only that, like, I've seen some people say recently he's one of the best defensive midfielders in the league. I don't think he is yet, but I think he will be, and I think that's good enough. I think West Ham have had a really positive season in a lot of ways.
He's meant to have been selected for the England squad as well coming up.
He has, and
He's in it.
he
He's in
has.
it, which is-
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
he was.
I think that's
He's
good.
also been voted Irish Young Player of the Year as well. So
Oh, what a bloke!
what
Amazing.
for two
Gee,
nations.
for both.
Fair enough. Is there anything else, Liv?
On Twitter, people are asking, is Kimmich obviously not playing tonight, but is he wasted at right back?
No, he's a right back. That's my
I think
take.
it's just because he started it in a midfield position, but he's been able to make the right back spot his own. And also, one of the best things you could probably say is that no one's like, since he's also had to take over from Lahm, no one's gone, oh my God, he's worse than Lahm or anything like that, which is like
Yeah,
an
big boots to
amazing
fill.
thing to like
Yeah.
replace.
Yeah. And if someone's getting 10 assists from right back, like leading the assist charts in the Bundesliga from right back, then they're definitely not a waste there, are they?
Yeah,
They're doing exactly what they're meant to do there. When they've got so many, you know.
Do you think that's more
anyway,
like
you know, they don't need
the shift in kind of football though, like how
appreciating fullbacks.
yeah, like fullbacks
sure.
are so much more attacking now. Surely that's just kind of benefited him. Maybe he wouldn't have been a right back.
Yeah, for sure, and I guess Philipp Lahm was one of the first kind of fullbacks to really like kind of make the position what it is today as well, and obviously that's had a big, obviously a big influence on his style of play as well. So and they have missed him tonight. He's been that right hand side has been where they've arguably
33-year-old
weakest.
Rafinha.
Yeah.
How he's still playing at Bayern Munich is beyond me. It's also worth noting as well, Kingsley Coman's come on.
Who's he come on for?
I would like to...
Ribery?
I'm going to
possibly?
guess Ribery. Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen Ribery.
I can check.
Oh.
Totally free header.
I don't think Ribery is on the pitch.
Yeah, he's going over to the left wing, so that's where I assume. He's a sad case in terms of like just
It
the
was for
injuries.
Ribery, yeah.
Just the injuries all the time with him. Like he seems to finally get back into the squad, and then boom, he's out for 6 months. And that's. Do you think? I guess that's maybe Juventus saw that early and were like, okay, let's cash in on him now. But what do you think of his future, like Pato and Michael and Liv, and what he can do in the future at Bayern Munich, or do you think he should leave to somewhere else?
I think Leon have scored, by the way.
Ooh.
Oh God.
What?
Yes.
Unconfirmed.
If they knock Barca out, it will be amazing.
Oh, it's now 2-1.
Nice.
But it went 2-0 first, and Leon have just scored.
Oh, okay.
Okay, interesting. So Leon could go.
Still, there's only
maybe
one
on
goal,
top
one
at the
more
moment.
goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who scored for Barca and for?
Coutinho.
Yeah.
And then Messi hat-trick.
Huh? What?
What's that?
Not hat-trick, penalty. Gosh, I've just made that up.
Who scored for Leon?
Oh, I've gone off it now.
Luke-
I've got
Lucas
too many
Toussaint.
jobs to
Lucas
do.
Lucas
Toussaint.
Toussaint.
Where's Adam Templeman when you need him?
I don't think
The clickbait king.
fair play is what I say. Fair play. When's Malcolm? What's going to happen with Malcolm?
Malcolm in the middle.
That's a good question.
It's getting sold.
Really? That's sad.
He has to leave.
That's
He
so
has to leave.
sad.
Yeah, surely sold.
But like, why would they have
To
bought him in
where?
the first place? And why would they have made such a big fuss to go spend so much money on him? And of course, that whole thing with Roma and Bordeaux for them not to play him. But then again, also Barcelona is a mess in general.
Well, they've had a weird kind of transfer policy, like spending that much on Ousmane Dembele and Coutinho, and then buying Malcolm. They've spent a lot on kind of wide players, and Coutinho doesn't even really know his role at the club.
Yeah.
Does he? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just a little bit messy, their kind of transfer dealings.
I
Not
mean,
too
if it
dissimilar
wasn't
from how
for-
Chelsea have operated.
With a
If
Y.
it wasn't for Messi, then I wouldn't even want to know where they are right now. The amount of times that guy has dug them out of a hole and has decided to pick the ball up at CDM and just go through around about 8 players and basically bring it back to them so they draw the match has been ridiculous.
Bit harsh
He's
to
been
give
doing-
Thiago a yellow for that. Just
Yeah,
so-
taking the
from-
ball.
Oh, that's why.
No, that's
Oh
Martinez.
no! Oh right, no. So he should be getting it. Oh, the referee's having a mare, isn't he? Booked the wrong bloke. But yeah, doesn't look displeased, does he, Thiago? Anyway, sorry. What were you saying? What you were saying?
I've blanked out and I don't remember what I said.
We were talking about Barcelona.
I mentioned about Malcolm and how I
Yeah.
think why would you make such business if he's not going to play? Essentially, you're ruining his career because right now he could be at Roma, flourishing.
Yeah, flourishing like Roma are.
All right, but at least getting game time, and who knows what would happen? Maybe they would be in a better position if they had someone like him than who they currently have.
Yeah, I
Which
suppose
is
you
top
think.
man, that's
I
for
suppose
sure.
you think about players you need wide guys in the summer, and there's Arsenal, there's Inter Milan, Spurs might go and get somebody. I think they'll probably looks like Eriksen might go. God, who else is there? Like after that, I mean, I suppose certainly if Dortmund were to sell Sancho, I could see them trying to pick up Malcolm. But yeah, it's hard to figure out a landing point for him because the annoying thing is about Barcelona is they'll probably demand that they get a profit for this year that they've wasted of Malcolm's life. I'm a little
That's a
confused.
great ball.
It's a great pass.
Corner to Liverpool.
Staying in the Champions League, people want to know who's been your team of the tournament. It's got to be Ajax, hasn't it?
Ajax, yeah. Can't argue against that.
He's just like, everyone loves an underdog. Like, it's the same thing when Leicester won the Premier League.
They're
They've
just
played, like, the
such a
best football
likeable
as well,
club.
haven't they?
They
Like,
are. Yeah, very true,
It's
very
they have
true.
played unbelievable.
And it's good to see like young talent as well, like beat teams like Real Madrid.
Will this like absolutely destroy Ajax though?
What
like-
yeah.
Well,
like
will they get
now they've
pilfered?
performed on the biggest stage, are they just going to be completely doomed in the transfer
But
window?
they can say no, right? Like, I mean, the thing is, they've got so much money for De Jong. They'll sell De Ligt as well, and then they can afford to say no to
Yeah.
everybody because they'll have so much money. Like, they'll have like 130 mil or something.
But what
Like,
about wages?
True.
I mean, but then Hakim Ziyech,
Oh.
I think.
Good God.
Oh my god.
Hakim Ziyech, I think, will leave Ajax in the summer.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, Frankie de Jong's done. De Ligt will go, and Hakim Ziyech. And they've already got, they've still got decent players. Like, is it Tagliafico? I think he's quality.
The left back, he might go as well.
Van der Beek as well.
I think Van der Beek will stay. But that's their business model. It's always been the same, right? It's always
Yeah,
been
very
like,
even
true.
some Van
we
Basten.
get a bunch of young players, we play them, like then they move on, and they have so much more money than every other team in the Netherlands that they're always going to be up around the top, and they've got so much talent coming through all the time. So I don't know. I don't think they'll be sad, but at the same time, like this.
Oh,
there we
dear.
go. My goodness,
Best
me.
centre back in the world, everyone. Player of the
Van Dijk.
season.
Remember the name.
What happened there, Mikey?
The ball came in from a corner, I believe, at Trent on the corner duties. Great delivery, and Van Dijk just leaps. You know, he's a foot above everyone else in that box, and just, showed that desire
He
to
is
get
about
to
a
the
foot
ball.
taller.
Yeah.
And it was bloody fantastic header. That
Commanding.
actually unstoppable. Bottom corner.
Martinez has lost his man.
He's got the run on Hummels. Hummels
yeah.
has got to stand and just jump, and Van Dijk's moving. It's not great.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is why you
is it?
never go
Such a
zone.
good header though.
Oh, Neuer's.
Never
Neuer's,
goes
that's
over.
pretty much within saving distance for
He
Neuer,
doesn't
to be
dive.
honest.
I don't know. That's tough to save that. Do you not
I
think?
mean,
Yeah,
also
but
the
I
slow
also feel
momentum-
like Neuer used to do
He
saves
moves a
that I
bit
did
quicker.
think were impossible. Like,
Yeah, true. Like De Gea could have saved
Age.
that maybe, but
yeah. Oh, my, look at Firmino's teeth. Like, because Van Dijk's are right there, and Van Dijk's are
A
nice,
human.
normal teeth.
but they almost look dirty compared to Firmino.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh God, look at these. I've seen what teeth can be.
So with obviously it looking like Liverpool are going to go through
Mm-hmm.
currently, what's more important for them to focus on the league or the Champions League? Do they have the depth of like in their squad to focus on both? Like City can.
Why not?
Not maybe to the same extent as City, but I do think they can. Like, especially in midfield, like Naby Keita, Fabinho, Henderson's obviously just came off earlier today. Who knows how long that'll be? But not in attack. Like attack, Man City are mental, but in midfield and arguably in defence, they can definitely handle it. It really depends on who their next draw is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine they pull Barcelona.
And they can
Then
wait
again.
and see, can't they, as well? Like wait and see the next few results, and then if any of those like kind of change the situation, like if Man City drop some points unexpectedly, then they can say, "All right, you know what? We are going to prioritise the league if it comes to it."
Oh, good block. See defenders there now putting their hands behind their back after that PSG incident.
Yeah, there's no getting away from it now. Hand on ball is a handball, isn't it? That's what they're saying.
What do you make of that
Yeah,
whole
it's
thing? Do
ridiculous.
you actually think it was a handball, Mikey?
No, but I do think in general, there's a lot of times where like
Can't
handballs
believe how
aren't
much it
given.
looks
And I
like
think
him.
they should be. Like I think sometimes players get away with it a little bit. There's like beatings. I remember at the World Cup last year, there was a handball given and no one agreed with it apart from me, and it was from VAR, but I think it was a. Was it?
Ooh.
I think was
Oh
it
my
Portuguese defender? Or I think it was in the Portugal-Iran match. I can't
Oh
remember whether it was Iran or
yeah,
Portugal.
yeah. There was a
And
hand in the air, right?
He headed it. He headed it onto his own hand, so it was kind of in a natural position. But he headed it onto his own hand. And obviously, it's a mistake. But you're kind of culpable then, surely, if you're heading the ball onto your own hand. And everyone kind of disagreed with
Yeah.
it. But I thought, I
Do
think
you
that's,
remember
I think that's fair
disagreeing
enough.
with you?
But why is
I don't
that?
remember.
Why is that different to say
He's
like
off.
if you if like say you slide in to stop a ball and your arm is up in a normal position but it's up, and then the ball like takes a deflection off your knee and hits your arm. I know you haven't
Yeah.
decided the direction of travel, but he's also not decided the direction of travel if he's headed the ball onto his hand.
Not necessarily, but he's gone for the header rather than like it accidentally hitting his knee or whatever.
Yeah, no, but you've gone for the block as well, and you understand it's a possibility. Like I know what you mean, but it's kind of like if it's
Goretzka is coming on for Bayern Munich.
unless your sense is that he's headed it onto his hand, like to gain some sort of advantage. Like I don't really know how you can like rule it.
I still think
it depends what. Yeah,
I do kind of know what you mean.
The whole deliberate thing has just always been a grey area.
Well,
It's never been
it's
defined.
ridiculous.
So it's just this.
Anything that involves everything that anything that asks refs to look inside the minds of players like seems very silly.
Well, this is the thing with VAR when I think
that was
some people say they'll disagree, but with VAR and it comes to a handball, do not watch your back in slow motion. Because the whole reason sometimes it's a ball to hand is because of how quick the ball's been hit.
Yeah.
And so when you watch it back in slow motion, it makes everything look 10 times worse. In slow motion,
But you can say that with certain tackles as well. They always look 10 times worse in slow motion.
Yeah, that's
true, but
and trips often or pushes often don't look as bad as they are because you're like,
they look dramatic.
That was quite you're like, oh, that was pretty soft, and then when you actually see it in full speed, you're like, yeah, of course, if he's running that fast, that's a big push.
I guess it can be used in both, but in all cases, to be honest, I just feel like with handball it's more serious because there's the difference between a ball to hand and a handball. Whereas with a foul's a foul at the end of the day.
Sure. Agreed.
Yeah, but again, it's just like it's these kind of things. You'd hope these kind of decisions don't have to be made too often because it's just penalties, it's just goals, it's just red cards. So like.
It was just on the bigger stage. It was the 90th minute, and it happened exactly. Yeah,
but this is what's like when like VAR first came in, everyone thought, it's just going to make the game boring. It's just added another element, which has made the game actually. It's
quite theatrical. I quite like it. It's like the tense moment when they run over.
Sometimes it can take a while, and I do think they do need to.
Yeah, but they're just kind of.
That will happen over time, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of people want to know what you think, Zach, about Callum Hudson-Odoi. And where potentially he'd fit in the Bayern Munich team.
Well, to be quite frank, he won't be going there for at least a year, so it doesn't matter.
He might.
Chelsea could sell him. Chelsea could very well sell him. But I think that would be
they won't.
The most stupid business we've done out of all of ours, apart from maybe Kevin De Bruyne.
No, the Willian one.
Oh, in terms of sell,
taking 80 mil for Willian last summer.
Very true.
That was absolutely mental.
Does sound like something they'd potentially do.
I mean, again, as Pato said earlier, when Bayern Munich are coming, maybe you go, hey, let's play this guy. He seems really good, and he's also scored in every Europa League game he's been involved in for a while. So,
you would be absolutely gutted, wouldn't you, Zach?
I mean, yeah, but I'm also let's quickly say
go.
No, he's ruined it.
Oh, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Just pick it up.
Numpty. You silly Billy.
Oh my good God.
Oh my.
God, this is
Mikey, what happened there quickly?
That could have been
go on about Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Salah just.
I mean, that's outrageous from Harris
there,
by the way.
It's still up. Oh, it's a free kick. It's a free kick. Yes, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Bottom line, the man needs to be getting minutes. If he did go to Bayern Munich, he'd be perfect for that left wing. Can also play on the right wing, so it doesn't really matter. And Bayern need that kind of guy. They've got Serge Gnabry at the moment. They've got Kingsley Coman. What is Neuer doing?
Salah should have gone down.
And if they got him for 40 million, never happened.
Bumble.
For God's sake.
And if they got him for 40 million, absolute steal that would have been, because he has only just turned 18, or I say only, about 3 months ago turned 18, so still very young.
He was that young.
Yeah,
oh my God.
He hasn't really proven himself though. I know he looks like an excellent player, but it's a bit extreme to say a steal at 40 million for a few minutes.
I don't think it necessarily is.
It is.
For Bayern Munich, you don't spend more than 40 mil.
Okay, all right, very true. Very true. Very true. But I also, in the games that I've watched him play, it's just, I don't understand Sarri's thinking on not playing him. Nothing's happening at the moment. At least please the fans by playing him, for God's sake. Like, in the Europa League against Malmo, he didn't come on until the 70th minute. Came on, scored. Like, tomorrow, if he doesn't start tomorrow, I will be not that surprised if he's gone and refuses to sign a contract after next year and just leaves on a free.
Yeah.
And it's, to be fair, it's our own fault.
After a while, they're just taking the piss.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, it's a reoccurring thing with Chelsea. Finally, Ruben Loftus-Cheek looks like he might start, especially next season, might start getting some minutes. Tammy Abraham. You name a young player, and I'll tell you he's played less than 100 minutes.
I think it's really disheartening if you are a Chelsea player there. Like, they look up to Ruben Loftus-Cheek and...
Well, he's meant to be that star guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, but even he can't get a game.
Yeah.
I do think
he has had injury.
Yeah, Ruben's been a bit of a weird case because when he has come on, he's been really good, and Sarri does like him.
Oh God.
Is that Hummels?
Yeah, that was great.
But yeah, like it's worrying.
Who's
Like Mace,
Nabry's had a really good game.
Nabry.
Got to be lucky there.
Oh.
Oh God.
What was he doing?
A Bayern goal right now would be great for the views, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
quite a lot of people want to know how
good for the last
Bayern
10
can turn
minutes.
this round.
Score 2 goals.
Brilliant.
Simples.
Fantastic.
And that is why you'd make an excellent manager.
I don't know. Like, I mean, the problem is if they have to push up, they've basically got nothing to lose now. Like, they just have to push up and go for it because they need 2 goals. It's not
Yeah.
like there's 1 goal in it. So, I mean, either that or they've got to hope that... I mean, to be honest, Koeman has actually been extremely lively since he's come on. But this is just more... They might have to play Thiago a bit further up and get Hummels to try and do his passing from deep. I don't know.
Have Bayern got any more options on the bench? I'm just having a look. No, they don't. Renato Sanchez.
They got Alphonso Davis. They got a 17-year-old.
Renato Sanchez is coming on.
Renato Sanchez for James.
Oh my God.
Maybe they will play Thiago further forward then and rely on Renato Sanchez to just like... Renato
He is
Sanchez,
not happy.
He's quite good at running through a midfield.
Rodriguez is back to Real Madrid next season.
Yeah, he is
or
not
actually
happy
I
about
think
being
he's
subbed
leaving
there.
Real Madrid because Zidane, I don't know whether he'll keep him.
Yeah.
But he's definitely not going to be at Bayern next year.
I heard an American call Zidane the other day.
Zidane. Oh, I
And it
quite like
made me
that.
really angry.
Don't
Zidane.
say you like that, Liv.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Soccer. God.
I don't mind soccer.
In
Soccer's fine.
terms of American football, have you seen who was the
American
guy?
football.
Sorry,
DK
the
Metcalf.
MLS.
Don't know much
Have you
about
seen
American
the guy Newcastle signed?
Yeah, Almiron.
Yeah, he looks filth.
He looks incredible. There's been a lot of players recently. Like there's the Martinez that plays for Atlanta United. There's a few of them there. Which, if you're a Premier League club that's say mid-table, you could pick them up. I think you get a decent bit of transfer there. A decent transfer there.
They did pay quite a bit for Almiron.
They did, yeah. They broke their record.
For a
They
guy,
broke their record.
Chaotic.
and he was the best player in the league, probably. Like a ton of assists, tons
He's
of
also
goals.
improved Newcastle so much since he's come in. It looks like it's worth it.
Yeah, but he is that's the best player in the league. Like you don't necessarily know. Like the second best player in the league might still not be good enough for the Prem. Like it's difficult to say really.
I guess it just paid off, but like, also you think like Newcastle had zero like creativity in central areas at all. Like so like just bringing someone who offers that even at a base level is like that's already a big improvement. And they didn't really have anyone who offered that before.
I really want Bayern to score another goal. I read a thing by Pulisic as well. Like it's a bit more than obviously because the MLS has a lot of nations in it. But he was saying there that it goes a bit more into the American national team rather than just the MLS. But for them, for the American national team to get anywhere where they want to be, they basically need to change the rule of essentially allowing kids to be able to go to academies in Europe. Because the problem at the moment is they can only leave America to go there. I think if they're like 18, due to the ruling. Whereas with Pulisic, I think it's due to like some sort of passport family thing, where he was able to go when he was 16 to Dortmund. And to think about it, that especially now when players are coming through so young, at like 17, 18, they're making the first team, and you can't, if you're a red player, you can't even go to
off his
Europe.
face.
You can't even go to Europe until you're 18.
Yeah.
I mean, you
the
never
ship sailed
really...
by that point.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, you only get so long.
That's it. I think that's
This
it for
game
Bayern.
is just up and down right now.
But there
It's
are
just up and
American
down.
youth players, you know, there's Adams, there's Pulisic, like there are these guys
Exactly,
around.
yeah, there
like,
are. But like, if you think about how big America is,
sure.
and how they could produce maybe so many more by just lowering the age by 2 years.
Yeah, well, they need to accept that like all the other games that America plays are pretty much only in America.
Yeah.
Or are barely outside America. You know, so like yes, there is like baseball in Japan, and in Cuba, but like it doesn't really matter. Like so, they need to accept that like there's a global marketplace they need to participate in. I think the promotion relegation thing is massively overblown. I think like. I don't think that's really a big deal, but yeah, definitely the way that they produce talent in their academies is certainly something they need to work on. But it sounds like, I can't remember his name, but it sounds like they're when you hear the new national team coach talk, he sounds extremely intelligent and sounds like he thinks about the game in a modern way. And then, you know, with people, when you've got someone like Pulisic, who is a potential superstar, and God, I need to remember his full name, but there's a defensive midfielder called Adams playing in the Bundesliga.
Tyler Adams, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
He was at was he at Red Bulls, New York Red Bulls before, or he was unreal. Like,
he looks outrageous.
So has he gone to the Bundesliga now?
Yeah, I think so.
I know another American moved as well because Pulisic was speaking as well how he's helped him settle into Germany, but especially as well with the World Cup.
Maybe Western.
Origi is coming on for Liverpool.
Oh, Origi for Firmino, who has not really been visible tonight.
In the comments from the Eastern lands says that if Liverpool do the double, win the league and the Champions League,
oh my God,
should we consider Van Dijk for the Ballon d'Or?
Ooh.
I'm sure they'll tell us that we should.
I think
Well,
Salah.
sure, yeah, but what's the argument not to? If
Well, Varane didn't get considered for the Ballon d'Or.
I mean,
seriously.
just due to him being a defender, no.
who was the last defender? Cannavaro.
Like nowadays, unless you have,
I think Lahm got nominated in the season that they won the World Cup when he was captain.
but he wouldn't. He
would never have won. Yeah,
This is it. When players are scoring 40 goals a season, no matter what you do as a defender, unless you don't concede a single goal the entire campaign,
Or you're the captain.
Yeah, or you're the captain. You don't necessarily get considered. Just like there are so many players now who are scoring so many goals all the time, especially as well with Messi and Ronaldo around.
Yeah.
But you would have to consider Liverpool as this is the thing, like Liverpool this is the best Liverpool side we've seen in the Premier League era.
Messi scored a hat trick, Liv.
He hasn't. Just second.
2.
Oh, who got the second?
Coutinho.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Maybe he will.
There you go.
Oh, that's it.
Mane.
That's it.
Done.
What a man.
What's happened
What
there?
a
Michael
Mane.
McCubbin.
What a Mane. I wasn't really
What
focusing
a
on
Mane.
Yeah, ball into the box. I expect maybe from Trent. It was kind of one of the balls we've been kind of used to seeing in this game. He's been excellent tonight, and Mane got his head on it, and it went in.
It's kind of funny the way that Bayern fans, when these things happen, are literally like they don't believe it. They're like, we can't believe we've lost the game.
Salah who put it into the box.
I almost love that.
Oh, that is such a nice
outrageous
pass.
ball.
So good from Salah.
So we moaned about Origi just then, but without him, that wouldn't have happened.
That's a fantastic goal.
Mane is just in such good form at the moment.
Stop checking your phone, Jelab.
Kind of.
Love it.
Honestly. They genuinely, they look so stunned. It was like Real Madrid fans during that Ajax thing. They were like, we thought we'd just win this. And then did you see Sergio Ramos on Twitter afterwards? He said, they were filming some documentary or something, they were filming him during the game. And he was like, well, I didn't in my wildest dreams think the game would go the way it did. And you're just like, well, it should have occurred to you the possibility, though, that you might lose. Maybe not that you'd lose 4-1, but did it really never in your wildest dreams occur to you that losing was a possibility?
That was just such a great thing to happen, though, wasn't it?
In the Champions League, yeah.
It was so great.
What? Honestly.
Oh my God, Renata.
It was such an unlikable thing to say. I was just like, what's the matter with you, man? Like,
I mean, did you not see his thing about I take the blame 200% for getting that red card. I was like, that's not the reason you lost, mate.
yeah, and
Like,
also,
you would have been in that squad and you would have still lost,
you
to be
can't
honest.
have 200%, idiot. That's way too many percent.
Somebody wants to know best places to buy socks.
Great question. Sea Sock, they're good. They do good socks. Happy Socks, they're a nice website. Online.
Top man.
M&S.
Depends. Formal socks, just go
Formal
to
socks?
go to Charles Tyrrell.
What's a formal sock?
like a nice smart sock that you could wear with a suit or something. You don't want to wear like sports socks with a suit.
God, I've never thought about that.
Yeah, of course you don't wear your socks that say like Nike on them.
Of course.
You don't wear gym socks with a suit. So like you just want to and sometimes when you're not like
Grab
a nice
your socks from school, put them on, whack your suit on.
What, the grey socks?
Your
No, the
socks
black
from
socks.
school?
No, I had grey socks when I was a child.
Like up to your knee?
No, yeah, pretty much.
With shorts?
Pretty much.
Aw.
You had
Did
long
you have to wear a
socks?
hat as well?
No, not really. No, I didn't go to a posh school. This didn't
I thought you
happen.
had Hogwarts.
Yeah, mate. I went to Hogwarts.
Like, technically, you did. Didn't they film part of Harry Potter in Oxford?
Oh yeah.
Zach Jellum.
We don't have a lie. Oh, PK's come. Peak
thought
time
that was
for
going to be
Olympic
a
Lyon.
Messi hat trick.
There's still time, still 4 minutes.
This is just mocking them now. Bring on Lallana to
I mean,
shuffle around.
The game, like, gone. When they went 2-1, it was gone.
This has been very efficient from Liverpool. It's just been they've looked more dangerous pretty much the whole time.
I mean, Bayern Munich
Salah's had an outrageous game.
Bayern Munich have had bright parts, but I mean, just apart from maybe say the Lewandowski thing where he's through on goal. I know he was offside, but I can't really think of that many more chances.
If he got on the end of that one fizzed across,
the Gnabry one,
but that's basically it. Like, there's nothing else where you're like, God, they could have scored there. Like, whereas Liverpool have had a bunch of dangerous counter-attacks that have just not quite come off. Live stream tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in for Arsenal versus Rennes.
I can't wait.
Obviously, that'll be a great live stream. That will happen right here.
Defo do that.
That'll happen on Eurofootball Daily and Football Daily and FDFC all at the same time.
I don't think FDFC can live stream.
We're going to have some great guests. It's going to be Piers Morgan. It's going to be me, Thierry Henry. Just like anyone else you want. Joe Rogan, he's going to be on it.
Get Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan to choke you out.
Yeah, all those guys. Like Joe Rogan's going to choke me out. Alex Jones. the full complement.
Finally being let back onto YouTube.
Yeah.
With open arms.
The long-awaited FD Infowars crossover. It's all coming tomorrow. From probably 5:55 or some obscene time for a football match. So.
What do you think about Arsenal's chances tomorrow against Rennes?
Pretty decent. Like, we're at home. Like, we're pretty good. Like, Rennes are quite
2-0.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Like, if we get a goal in like the first 15 minutes, we could pump them. But equally, like, they're a dangerous side. Rennes. They've got loads of pace on the wings. They've got Ismail Assar, who I think is a little bit overrated, but is certainly an intriguing prospect.
So Senegalese is
I think so. Hatem Ben Arfa as well, who I think is currently leading Europe in dribbles completed per 90 minutes, which is like
crazy.
Hatem Ben Arfa takes every other season off.
Yeah,
but the seasons that he's on are amazing.
Now. I thought he retired.
Yeah, he's having a season like that Nice season where he's just an outrage.
He hates Unai Emery as well, doesn't he? They hate each other.
Yeah, that was what it was. He was just like, we're going to
PSG.
do them. We're going to do them. Yeah. So it'd be really funny if tomorrow, like,
celebrating.
we beat them and Unai Emery just went over and just like slapped him with his greasy mop. Like, how do you like that, Hatem?
Oh my.
Yeah, so I don't know. Obviously, check out that live stream tomorrow and get your tweets into me and Alex Jones on Twitter.
Alex Jones starts getting loads of tag review in there.
Yeah, and he's just like.
We've got 1 minute left of the game. I think maybe one more question.
I'm struggling for questions right now.
What about man of the matches? Who's been your man of the match, everybody?
Fantastic. Mane, 2 goals, great finish in the first one. Second one was also a great header. Either that or
Salah just for that pass.
I mean, the pass was lovely.
Yeah,
Salah's
been so good, man.
And outside the foot pass, just nothing.
Fabinho!
Kingsley, get it to Gnabry.
No, they've got to do something here.
For God's sake,
let him score that. We've got to let him score that.
It was like a 4-on-2.
You've got to let him.
Coman.
Oh, mate, Fabinho had a little sit down afterwards. He tried to get up and fell over
Renato
again.
literally sat him down. That was it's Zidane-esque.
I've got to say, that was one of the rare instances there where Mo Salah hasn't kept... Mo Salah, weirdly, has actually had amazing hold-up play today, somehow. He's so strong on the ball.
And that sums it up for Bayern Munich. Passing it out for a throw-in. Though look at that crowd of Bayern.
Yeah, they're loving it still.
When I went there about 2 years ago, it was fantastic. Like, the crowd was insane. And that bit there, it was chucking it down with rain. People were leaving. They've all got their tops off, jumping about.
Reminds me of the Emirates.
Yeah. He's actually exactly
when Köln came.
Used to just a fortress. Why are they so happy?
I did go to Palace a couple of weeks ago, and the
Nico Kovac getting sacked. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. Pochettino in the summer.
Yeah.
True.
Oh my god! And if you'd like to hear more about that, why not check out the podcast on Sunday? The extra time.
It's not available yet.
What did you discuss again? Was it about?
So we discussed 6 managers, top managers at the moment. Well, I say top. That will be on the move in the summer.
Could be on the move.
Could be.
Could be.
We mentioned, as we said, Pochettino, Jose Mourinho, and 4 other ones. So make sure you guys check it out.
We do talk about Zidane as well.
And that was late.
Yes, we do.
Talk about Zidane's situation.
Oh my god. What's happening?
Oh my god.
This is just the whole. There's been moments in this game where it's literally just been they've played and no one's noticed. Like the ref blown the
it's
whistle.
like
and just started
weirdly
running.
calamitous.
The ref has been very
I also think you get
trigger happy today.
I also think you get that.
Ooh,
Oh,
next
no.
game.
Oh no, Moreno starting a Champions League semi
God.
or whatever round it is.
Jeez.
Is it the?
Quarters.
Quarters, yeah.
I mean, that is actually very bad. Robertson not being able to make it.
Is this only the round of 16? Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm
I
exhausted.
feel like Champions League has gone on
So-
forever.
Now we know what do you reckon could be the most exciting clash. Who are you hoping for?
Liverpool,
anyone.
Barca be fun.
As a United fan,
Who would I want?
Porto.
Porto, man. Yeah, all day, every day.
Ajax United.
They've also been
Actually, no,
okay
we'd be
though,
crazy,
for a
but
while.
we would probably lose that. I actually
Really?
think
I think you could do it.
I don't know who was saying earlier about Ajax.
Oh,
Ajax,
no,
Ajax City would be a
That's what I
special one
said,
because
yeah.
you've got
Oh,
a
God.
Guardiola
Oh, God.
team
That was
playing
awful.
like a Cruyff-esque team.
Oh.
Ooh. Just so that I like
Sanchez
I
there
love all
showing
that
why
history.
he should have said
Yeah,
Swansea.
that'd be a nice,
So you say Ajax.
nice narrative, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Ajax.
Ajax. Yeah, but then I just feel
Guardiola
Ajax would
playing
just
against
go
the
out.
team created by his,
As mentor.
his own
Yeah.
mentor.
Oh, yeah,
Beautiful.
R.I.P.
That would be good.
We've
Yeah.
literally got
Unless you're
15
Cruyff.
seconds left of this game. Any questions at all?
Can they win the Champions League?
Who,
Liverpool?
Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely. Of course they
Hope not.
can.
Would they be your favourites?
No. I think City and Juve are the
Stan.
two best teams left in it, and then probably Liverpool, and then I think and then Barca. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
I think probably City and Juve are a little touch ahead of Liverpool and then Barca, but of course they could do it. Like and especially say they got like one bad result in the league now, and they were just like say 4 points behind City.
They can just focus on it.
I could imagine. Oh, yeah, it would be really hard to face that after this season. But they could easily say, you know what, we're just going to go. If they get a great draw, then they'd be like, we're going to win the Champions League. We're going to go all guns blazing for the Champions League. We're going to play like Shaqiri in the league and Origi.
It's not the worst thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's enough to get the job done in most games, and then they can just go out there and say like, you know what, we may like if you get a good draw in the next round, then you can potentially say we might only have 1 or 2 tough games before the final.
Yeah, it's a weird
amazing.
season in the Champions League, isn't it?
Yeah, no PSG now. No Real Madrid now. I mean, not that they're good anyway. Atleti are out, who are tough to beat.
Yeah.
Like so,
That's
like,
a nasty game, isn't it?
no one's going to want to face
Juve,
like
Liverpool?
No one's going to want to face Spurs, Liverpool, City. You know, rough teams.
I mean,
Yeah.
very true.
It's actually one of the more even. Like we got to the quarterfinals and it's quite an evenly kind of mixed group, and it's just interesting. It's nice to not see the usual. Obviously, we've had Real Madrid there, kind of winning it every season, but it's nice. It's nice to see the fact that two Real Madrid and Bayern both out at the last 16. Like, when was the last time that even happened? Like, it didn't feel like that long ago when it was kind of like Barca, Real, and Bayern were just the 3 teams who
Could win the Champions League.
were always
Real,
in
it's
the
the
semis.
first time since 2009-10.
Oh my days,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
I wrote that in my script today.
Secondary school days, that
Yeah.
was. So that is it. It's 3-1 to Liverpool. As we said, they've progressed. Barcelona also going through, currently 3-1. More than likely, I think it's finished that as well. Any final thoughts on the game, Michael?
Well done Liverpool. Really professional performance, like we were saying just before. Didn't look like they would really sweat. I mean, if Bayern had gone 2-1 up in the second half, it would have been a bit more frantic, wouldn't it? But I think Liverpool fully deserving of that win, and still can't get over that Sadio Mane first goal. It was lovely.
I still blame Neuer for that, to be honest. Pato, Liv, any final
I
words?
think it's a huge victory, really. I think
Yeah.
now they'll have the confidence to kind of potentially play anyone left in the draw, and they kind of know they can win it.
I just hope they don't, man. That's it. That's all I hope. Just don't want to be, especially as well after all what we've all said on like Sunday vibes and things like that, where people just go at us. Pato, last words.
Good one.
Energy.
It's pretty impressive that
Really there, Pat.
they didn't just get a score draw or whatever. They actually won this game. I mean, obviously, what we need now is the dream situation where like Man United slip out of contention for the top 4 but win the Champions League, and then Arsenal and Chelsea are in 4th and 5th but both make the Europa League final.
And then the other one will just
And
like let the other one
and the
go
one who's in 5th can win the Europa League final and thereby knock the team that's in 4th out of the Champions League.
I don't.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I think
No.
five, is it not?
No,
What
but
happens anymore?
If the Europa League winner and the Champions League winner both finish
Oh,
outside
sorry,
the top
yes,
4,
sorry, yes.
then the 4th
Oh,
place
yeah,
team
that
won't
one.
make the
Yeah,
Champions
that
League.
way.
So if Chelsea
Ah.
finish 4th and Arsenal finish 5th, and then we win the Europa League
And I
final,
love the
and
idea
United
of
win the Champions
people
League.
not being able to
Bang.
work it out either on the
Yeah,
day. So everyone
so
being like, oh.
confused. But it'll be like that time when Chelsea won the Champions League
we
and
got
knocked Spurs out of it.
yeah.
Oh, that was
Absolutely.
magical.
It was amazing. What a great day.
Oh, thank you guys all at home for watching. And why not leave your comments below what you think the fixtures are going to be in the next round. Make sure you hit the like button as well and subscribe to the channel for more Football Daily content. And we'll see you guys next time.